Welcome to Divergent Wisdom. Welcome to the channel. You will see me at the moment, waiting for Chosen to join in a second. We are watching SummerSlam, and simultaneously, Chosen will be live streaming the Manchester United versus Liverpool game. So you are very welcome to join to watch either. And SummerSlam has just started. Jelly Roll has just done, well, introducing in the song, I think it's the theme song for SummerSlam. And now we have Liv Morgan coming out. So we are going straight into the Women's World Championship match. And I think we all have a little inkling, at least, that we know Rhea Ripley is going to be the one who is going to take back the title, because she was never meant to lose it. She was just injured by Liv. So Liv is on her Revenge World Tour. And yeah, the stadium looks incredible. It is kind of open air, which is really cool. Long entrance times. I think the crowd is going to go absolutely crazy for Rhea Ripley. Hey guys, I can see you guys joining the stream. Welcome. Chosen is about to join us. We're trying something a little bit different today. We are live streaming on Divergent Wisdom and Chosen Wisdom Football. So if you are interested in Manchester United versus Liverpool, which is a preseason game, it's taking place in America. So if you're in America right now, it's a good, decent time for you. So what we will be doing is we will be having the football on the big TV. I've got SummerSlam right in front of me on the iPad. And we are, getting ready to watch Rhea Ripley versus Liv Morgan. Rhea made her entrance first. And I think we're all pretty sure that Rhea is going to take back the title. So we have Pat McAfee and Michael Cole commentating. And Samantha is back to ring announce. Hey, I'm matching. Me and Samantha, we've got the same color. So what is this? This is a match for the honor of Dom, yeah? Okay. Okay. There you go. 2 streams simultaneously.
We are live, people. Welcome, 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 welcome. Am I live? Am I live?
You should be live.
I'm alive. Or am I? No.
Oh.
No. I'm good?
Yeah, it looks like you're live.
All right. So we're going to go straight into it. It looks as if WrestleMania. I keep saying WrestleMania.
Yeah, me too.
SummerSlam has begun, and the opening match of SummerSlam is Liv Morgan against Rhea Ripley. So very interesting. As the stream suggests, it's going to be 2 things we're doing at the same time. We are going to have, of course, a watch along to Manchester United versus Liverpool, which is a pre-season match, which is actually happening in the States anyway. So both events happening in the United States, and we're going to try to watch or keep an eye on both of them. I predominantly will be keeping an eye on the football once it starts in about 40 minutes time. But for now, and until the match starts, we will be focusing for the next half an hour or so I will be focusing, of course, on wrestling, and Divergent Curl beside me will be focusing on the wrestling the entire time. So
Yes.
join us. It's going to be a bit hectic. We're going to be talking about football. You guys might call it soccer in the States, but we call it by the right name. So we're going to be talking football and wrestling at the same time. So stick with us, man. It's going to be some fun, a fun evening, a fun night.
Yes.
I'm looking forward to this match between Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley. And we are wrestling fans. We enjoy wrestling because wrestling, it's fun. It takes us out of this crazy world we live in, and we get to see a bit of pantomime. We get to see cool people doing the crazy stunts, ridiculous storylines, and some good action.
Yeah,
really.
yeah.
So it's wrestling for us is just a bit of fun.
Yes.
We do regularly watch wrestling, SmackDown and Raw, mainly WWE stuff because listen,
NXT.
and then it's still WWE. So mainly WWE stuff. We don't really watch AEW and other stuff. I mean, there's not enough time in the day, really, to watch everything. There just isn't. But, yeah, so far, so good. I think this match, if I'm being honest, I want Liv Morgan to win this match.
Okay.
I do. I think Liv Morgan winning this match furthers the storyline, and I think it makes everything just a bit more interesting if Liv wins. I wasn't really entertained, or I haven't really been entertained in the Raw Women's title picture. The Raw Women's title picture for me is just about Rhea Ripley. She doesn't elevate any of the women. She doesn't have any matches with any of the women. It's just about her and Dom and this sexual relationship or non-sexual relationship and this sub-Dom sort of dynamic. It's just, I know a lot of men love it and a lot of men cheer her and they're like, Mommy, Mommy. I'm not a beta. I'm not that sort of man that will ever chant Mammy in any crowd for any woman. Like, it's just not me. It just doesn't, I just don't get it. I don't get it. She is a heel, and all the bad things that Dom has done is because of her. And she's whispering in Dom's ear. So I just don't get why people are booing Dom for all he's done to his dad and not understanding that Rhea was behind everything.
It's Rhea.
It's Rhea. And she gets all the cheers. That dynamic just doesn't make sense to me. The fact that one person gets heavily booed and the mastermind, the female, gets cheered. And because of that, that's foolery, that's stupidity. Because I don't always rate the crowd in America, the intelligence of the crowd. The WWE crowd in general, it just boo. Yeah, it's just very, they're very basic humans. They're very basic. It's just so silly. So yeah, we are not the typical wrestling fans.
No.
Let's just say we're not the typical wrestling
fans. That's a good way of putting it.
Yeah. So
we're part of the international wrestling community, which is like we're located worldwide, so we have less of a romanticization of Americans. So like Cody Rhodes, the American Nightmare, all this American, God bless America. That's not really. It's neither here nor there for us. So we're not just gonna like someone just because they go America. Yay.
Yeah, I think the issue that we have is that we actually follow the storylines and we cheer for the people we're supposed to cheer and boo for the people we're supposed to boo.
Yeah.
By following the storyline and understanding what's going on. For instance, we're on Drew's side.
Yes.
Drew McIntyre is making sense when he speaks, right? Whereas for me, he's the face and CM Punk is the heel. And no matter what Drew says, no matter what Drew points out about CM Punk to the crowd, it's like the Donald Trump thing. No matter what Drew, listen, CM Punk could slap a baby and Drew would be like, why do you guys cheer him? He slapped a baby and CM Punk will still get cheered.
Yeah.
And that's the kind of stuff that for me will always bug me. It will always bug me. So I think in terms of storyline wise and the intention, we follow that. Whereas people stick to who they like. That person could be a heel and be doing bad things, but they'll still cheer them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whereas we won't. And I think that's the disconnect between us as wrestling fans and the typical wrestling fan that we see in the stadiums.
Yeah.
But if you're joining the stream, guys, we are currently watching SummerSlam, and Liv Morgan is giving Rhea Ripley some nice kicks in her shoulder. Both women are looking really good. I love their gear.
Yeah.
The pitch. So I'm talking about the stadium looks packed.
That's for you, really. I've got one here.
Oh, there you go. I thought we're sharing it. That's why I'm posting it.
No, it's to help pick up sound for both. Hello, if you're joining the stream, I'm just checking the chat. Drop your
predictions.
Yes.
If you're watching SummerSlam, drop your predictions. Who do you think is going to win this match? It's a slow starter, slow burner at the moment. I like the camera now. You got in-ring camera that's so close up, that's moving around. What do you guys think about the camera as well? I've noticed there's a big change in how WWE are now doing the camera work.
Yes.
It's quite fascinating, to be honest.
Yes. No, I think I've noticed around the ring, they've got, it looks like lights, but it's not just lights. I think it's actually cameras too. So when they want to go and zoom in, they don't just have to have the guys standing.
Yeah. I think that's a big change.
Yeah.
Ooh, kick. Massive kick from Rhea. I think Rhea's really playing up this arm injury.
Yeah.
Really playing it up. So I don't know if this arm injury that Rhea Ripley has is going to come into play. Okay.
Wow.
Liv Morgan just took out Dom.
She took out Dom. It's not just Rhea that can fight the men. Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? Because are they playing up the arm injury because she's going to lose again, which would shock everyone? Or are we just seeing that because she's going to overcome the arm injury?
Yeah. There's a lot of talk about Judgment Day imploding.
What? Okay, that was what they were doing. They were acting like her shoulder was dislocated and she just put it back in.
Oh, so trying to make her look tougher and whatnot.
Yeah. Because I was thinking, did Dominic just head slam her?
That's what I thought. Yeah. So look, Rhea Ripley back on top now. I wouldn't be surprised if Judgment Day implode. If something happens and Dom makes Rhea lose by interfering or trying to help her, I wouldn't be surprised. By the way, guys, if you are here for the Manchester United game, I believe kickoff will be in about 20 minutes' time. And when we get near to kickoff, we will be talking more about that game. But right now, we are locked in SummerSlam 2024, Cleveland, I believe.
Yeah, Cleveland, Ohio.
And this match is quite decent. Liv Morgan against Rhea Ripley.
I think Liv's done well to put herself as though it's believable for her to be on the top card. Because before Liv got injured, I would not have said she could have done this. But now, since she got injured and came back on her revenge tour and took out Rhea accidentally on purpose.
I'm just disappointed, as I said before, that when Rhea and both Liv have had the women's titles, they've done nothing with other women. They are the women's champion, and all Rhea's done for the past 2 years is fight men and be with the Judgment Day and interfere in the Judgment Day matches. Yes, she's had a match against Nia Jax in Australia, which she main evented. I don't think she should have, but because she's Australian, she did. Fair enough. But other than that, she's done nothing to elevate the women around her. And when I contrast that to someone like Bianca Belair in her historic 400 and whatever days reign, where she had match after match with Io Sky, with Asuka, with Bayley, the rivalry with Bayley.
Yes.
And of course, the legendary rivalry that she had with Becky Lynch. She had matches with women and she elevated women. Women elevated her. We saw a competitive women's division with Rhea Ripley and now Liv Morgan as champion. It's just about sexual stuff and dom and being dominating. And I love it's just for me. I understand why everyone else likes it, but for me, it's just not my kind. As a man, a grown-ass man, it's not my kind of thing. It just really isn't.
It's not really needed. Like, for us to enjoy wrestling, we don't need that added layer. And maybe some people do. Maybe some people need it.
But yeah, it is what it is. What's the sound like? Let us know what the sound is like, people, if you can hear us. If the sound is... What's the sound like?
Yeah, it's picking up all of the audio of that, though.
Yeah?
Yeah. Which might get it striked. So let's... I actually had the headphones, but let's take out the charger for a little bit, which should be fine if we need to. I mean, we can still kind of genuinely see what's happening.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, these guys they've been going for a while.
I'm also surprised that the likes of Jade, the likes of Bianca, for me, seems to have been relegated to like defending their titles on SmackDown. She's now been used almost as enhancement talent. She's used.
Yeah.
Bianca's been used to now enhance Jade.
Yeah.
And give her a bit of a boost. She's been used to enhance Io Sky, dropping the belt to Io Sky when she did. She's now been used to enhance, what's his name? Blair Davenport and these witches.
Oh yeah, Alba and
Isla. Like I think Bianca Belair now is being used to just enhance, and that's what I'm trying to say. She's elevating the women around her. You can argue that she's not been used properly, and the shine that she had is dimming a little bit because of how she's been booked. And I think the way she's been booked, from a selfish standpoint, isn't nowhere near how Rhea's been booked. Rhea's been booked like she's fighting men and she's punching men in the face. Like she's been given Rhea that special treatment by Triple H. She's not going to lose any titles in 26 seconds or anything like that. She's been given that really special China treatment. So the way they've both been booked has been so different. But I still can't wait for them to, if it ever happens, to come together and have matches because it will be magic. I can't wait for Bianca Belair to be unleashed because as good as Jade is in terms of how she represents and how she presents, in the ring, she's nowhere near Bianca Belair. And I feel like Bianca Belair only looks good when she's wrestling good wrestlers, when she's wrestling the Becky Lynches and the Rheas. That's when we see how good she really is. Because she always has to, when she's wrestling smaller people, she has to sell a bit too much.
Yeah.
She has to make them look special by dimming her light. And I just can't wait for her to just be her and face someone like Rhea. So she doesn't have to suppress herself as much. As you can tell, guys, we are Bianca Belair fans. We are Jade Cargill fans.
Yes, for sure.
We are fans of anything that's different. So any sort of like, listen, WWE love their blonde white females. They love that, whether it's Charlotte Flair, whether it's Rhea Ripley, whether it's Liv Morgan, whether it's... Oh, Liv Morgan almost... Hey! Stacey Keebler, you can go back. That is the American image of beauty, right?
Trish
Stratus.
Yeah.
Most like that's what we see. That's what that gets boomed into our heads. So anything that's just different from the norm, because we're New Diversion anyway, so we're different from the norm anyway. So anything different from the norm that's not shoved down our throats, we will probably like.
Yes.
Let's just be honest. The bloodline was different. In fact, I would go as far as saying the bloodline is carrying. Oh!
Wow, Liv.
Liv Morgan's won. I told you.
She retained.
I would not be surprised. He's smiling.
Oh my God.
I told you. I told you I would not be surprised if Dominic Mysterio.
Did he just turn on Rhea? He's smiling. He helped her out.
This will make Rhea a full-on babyface.
Oh wow!
Which means she's gonna be even more over. But
I can't believe this.
Wow. So yeah, he took the chair from Rhea, Dom.
Why?
But also, it's interesting how Rhea was about to use the chair.
Oh my gosh! I am shocked. I am shook.
That's the kick out. Yeah, we're showing the replay, guys, at the moment, and then.
Whew.
Yeah, Dom did it on purpose. It's clear to see everybody who's here. I know we are going to watch Manchester United versus Liverpool. That match is on its way. But at the moment, while we are waiting, we are focused on wow.
Whoa!
Okay, Dom. Let's turn it up, baby.
The crowd's cheering them. The crowd's here for it as well.
Okay.
Whoa!
It's booing.
Now they're booing. Oh my gosh.
Okay. I knew this was going to happen. What did I say to you? I had a feeling.
Oh my gosh.
That at the end of the day, yeah, as a man, let's talk about it, guys. As a man, you do not want to be this submissive guy all you like. What Liv was treating this man, yeah, as a man.
Yeah.
He was saying pappy, yeah, pappy.
She calls him Daddy Dom.
Liv calls him Daddy Dom, and after a while, this abusive relationship, because this is what I don't like, guys. I don't like the fact that this woman, Rhea Ripley, is abusing Dominic Mysterio, making him into a boy, right? And yet, as men, we're cheering for her. As a man, I will never cheer that. Never. Like, he's basically in an abusive relationship with Rhea Ripley.
Wow.
And with Liv Morgan calls him daddy and pappy and all of these things, right?
Yes.
So, who are you going to choose? Who are you going to choose as a man? Listen, let all the men in the stadium chant mammy because they want Rhea Ripley to step on their balls and do all this do all this BDSM stuff and all this fantasy stuff. You guys that's what you want.
Oh my.
But Dom grew up and Dom said, listen, I ain't here yet to be some submissive guy. I ain't here to be what's the name? Give me some other words for Dom.
Beta.
Like, I let the Americans in the crowd, the Cody Rhodes cry babies, because they're all beta males.
Yeah.
They're crying over other men. Cody Rhodes. You guys, he said,
my
allow you guys to do your thing. Dom has finally grown up, kicked Rhea to the curb. And you know what? A lot of people have been saying this is the time where Judgment Day will break up and will implode. We've seen how even Finn Balor's been looking at Damian Priest differently. He's been like, you don't think I can do stuff? Like, let's not get excited here.
Oh my gosh.
So listen, I'm here for it.
That is made the storyline now much more interesting. It'll make it more easy for me to watch because before it was too the same.
Yeah.
Wow. But I just can't believe they did the first match. They did that. They decided we're going to do something shocking that people will not.
I knew something was going to go on because Triple H says the first match and the last match sometimes are the most important.
Yeah.
Open the show, end the show, right? So if Rhea was just going to win normally in this match, it wouldn't open the show because these two are never going to put on like a 5-star match.
True.
I've never seen Rhea Ripley put on an amazing match. She's not Bianca. The one time I saw her put on a good match actually was against Charlotte Flair at WrestleMania. That was a good match.
Oh yeah.
The Nia Jax match where she main evented was okay. But Rhea doesn't really put on the 5-star matches like that. So to have her open and then have her win normally, I don't think that would have been enough. So I kind of figured that something crazy was going to happen. And it happened. And I'm here for it, man. I am here for it.
Me too. I got a gift and I wasn't even expecting it. You know, you get that unexpected gift. You're like, oh, you thought of me? Like, Okay. Okay. What time is it?
So we are 10 minutes. Eat my pizza. We are 10 minutes to kick off for Manchester United against Liverpool. If you're coming into the stream, drop a like, smash the like, drop a comment. I don't know who's in the starting lineup, who's going to start the match at all. There's a week away. We're a week away from the Charity Shield. So we need to start finding out, or at least start thinking about who the manager is going to start the season with. Who Ten Hag will start up front. Rasmus Højlund is injured. Lenny Euro is injured. We need to get a centre back in. We need Aaron Wan-Bissaka to leave so we can get a fullback in. What's happening with Scott McTominay? What's happening with Ugarte? Is Xerxes going to start up front? Or are we going to start Rashford up front and Garnacho and Ahmad? Has Ahmad Diallo done enough to cement his position as the right winger, as a starter on the right wing? All of these questions, I know a lot of United fans are asking these questions, and so am I. So this match, it'll be very interesting to see who starts this match. So we are about, I reckon, like I said, 5, 6, 7 minutes to kick off. While on the other screen, the SummerSlam is still going on, and we are seeing a promo package for Sami Zayn against Braun Breaker. So, for you SummerSlam, for you wrestling lovers, let me know who's going to win this match. Are WWE going to pull the trigger on Braun Breaker and have him win his first title in, I don't know, a few months since he's arrived? Because they're giving this guy a really special treatment, Braun Breaker.
Yeah.
He lost a match before, and usually you don't get a repeat like at the second pay-per-view. It's like, okay, if you're going to do best out of 2 or 3, it's usually a break.
Yeah.
You have a match in one pay-per-view. The next one, you might have a break. Then you have a match in the second pay-per-view. But I think we're literally doing back-to-back pay-per-views with Sami Zayn versus Braun Breaker.
Yeah.
Which is quite interesting.
Yeah.
Which makes me think Braun Breaker is going to win. Because why do it? Why do it? Why do it?
Yeah,
so,
I agree. I think they're going to make Sami drop it. I think I've really enjoyed him being Intercontinental champion. It's the only belt he's ever held, I think, since the last time he held it, which was like pre-pandemic.
We're getting a Judgment Day reaction to what happened. Damian's priest is angry.
Oof, I'll be angry too if I was them. Wow. Wow.
Oh, we get Judgment Day confrontation, guys. Like I said, today could be the day where Judgment Day officially implode.
Wow. Carlito's just like there, like an extra person. Like,
I can't wait to see if it ever happens again. I can't wait to see Finn Balor get back to the top of the card. Yeah. I love Demon Finn. I love the original Finn Balor. I love this aura. He still got it for me, personally.
Yeah, I enjoy Demon Finn Balor before they changed his character and put him with the Judgment Day.
All right, here we go. We got the start of the Finn Braun Breaker and Sami Zayn match, and Braun Breaker is out to a really good reception. He has a really good presence about him. I see why the WWE are pushing him. I did say that he's been in NXT for a bit, way too long. I said while watching NXT, remember?
Yeah.
People like him, people like Carmelo Hayes, they were ready to move up from NXT a year ago.
Yes.
They were ready. And not only were they ready to move up from NXT, I knew that when they moved up, they weren't going to be lower cards. They were going to go straight into the mid card. Yeah. Because I think the main roster needed an injection of new faces.
It did.
And the way that they present themselves, both him and Carmelo Hayes, they're ready. They're ready for the mid-card titles. He's ready for the Intercontinental Championship. And I think Carmelo Hayes is also ready for the US title. You won't get it anytime soon. But I'm also enjoying what they're doing with Carmelo Hayes. He's getting enough screen time for me. And he's getting enough screen time for Triple H to slightly avoid the racismo allegations. And a lot of people are alleging that the way he's booking certain players with certain color of skin and the way he's treating Bobby Lashley and all of these other players, the allegations against him being a bit of a R word, they've resurfaced. So I think
they have.
The way Carmelo Hayes somehow has been booked, maybe lowering those noises a little bit. But it is what it is, guys. Everyone's got their opinions on the booking. Everyone's got their opinions on, Triple H. A lot of people now are coming out and saying, do you know what? People wanted Vince to be gone and they wanted Triple H to take over. But is Triple H's booking better at all? It's open to debate, guys. It is open to debate.
That's a great question.
It's a nuanced question. It's not, I don't think it's yes or no. I think in some areas it is, in some areas it isn't.
Yeah.
Sami Zayn's getting a really good reception. But United now, back to United. They are now on the pitch about to kick off. Casemiro will be captain as he has been captain throughout pre-season.
I'm still in shock about Liv, but
so Man United against Liverpool.
Liv and Liverpool.
I don't think United want to lose this game. They don't want to lose any games against any of their rivals, regardless if it is a pre-season friendly or not. Mo Salah has cut his hair and it seems as if he's unleashed some sort of power.
He looks very confident right now.
I wouldn't be surprised if this guy next season just goes on one. So we do have Rashford isn't injured, even though he was even though he was hobbling off. Yep, even though he was hobbling off in the last game, Marcus Rashford starts for Manchester United today. No. Sami Zayn. Insane in the brain.
Seeing some Canadian flags in the crowd, some Canada and Sami supporters.
Don't get it, man. It's just like,
when it's like, perfectly.
Yeah, perfectly.
We're just getting the stream back, guys, for the football stream. Just give us a moment.
Bear with me, guys.
They were just going through the lineup. Is it kicked off? No.
Just repeating what we saw before. So yeah, I don't know.
Okay, kicked off, yeah?
Nope.
Nope, okay. Sami and Bron going at it already. Whoa.
All right, so it seems like we're back, guys. Sorry about that. That's what happens when you're live. You don't know what the hell will happen.
Mm-hmm.
We have no idea what's going on, but you got to freestyle the thing. So we are back. Like I said, Rashford is starting.
Bron looks like he's gonna completely pummel.
Yeah, so it looks like Jaden. I think it might be Jaden Sancho, false 9 for Manchester United again. Yeah, Mason Mount, I believe, as well. And Ahmad Diallo.
Whoa.
Wow. Boom breaker. Wow. So if you're joining us, guys, as the stream says, I've got one eye on the Man United versus Liverpool game. And I've got one eye on SummerSlam, which is probably the third most important pay-per-view of the wrestling calendar behind WrestleMania and Royal Rumble.
Yes.
So yeah, we're ready to go. We're almost ready to kick off. I might be a bit delayed, so if you guys are watching it with me, you guys might have already started the game. But I think it looks as if it is Rashford, Sancho, and Ahmad as the front three once again, which, based on the fact that Rasmus is injured and Xerxes is new, I wouldn't be surprised if we start with this front three. So, because I'll now be more focused on the football now, Divergent Care will be largely commentating and giving us a little bit of commentary on what's going on with the wrestling.
Oh, I think the match is already shaping up between Sami and Bron to look like Sami's going to lose this.
Yeah.
The crowd is behind Bron. Oh, kick out. This is going to be interesting. I want to see a SummerSlam where it's full of surprises and like so many changeovers of title belts. That would be awesome. That'd be so interesting. Freshen everything up because we've got months to go until we get back around to Royal Rumble and WrestleMania.
Yeah.
So you need to. Today's the day to give us those surprises.
It'd be very interesting from the football standpoint how Ahmad plays today. I've just released a brand new video on my channel about Ahmad Diallo, how well he's playing, how good he is, his strengths, his weaknesses, how he plays football, how he fits into Manchester United, the new system, and how I believe he should now cement himself as our right winger for the future. So guys, please check out that video. It's a very detailed analysis of Ahmad. And I am now going to be watching him. I'm going to be looking at Ahmad to see how well he does today. Wow, guys. So it looks as if Braun Breaker is the new Intercontinental champion. If you're interested in wrestling, like I said, we have both screens up. And the new Intercontinental champion, Braun Breaker, has just beaten Sami Zayn. Well, listen, that match was a lot quicker than I thought it was going to be. I thought we were going to have a good 20-minute match. I think that match was about, what, 10 minutes?
Yeah. If even.
If that. I think they're going to make Braun, well, they've already made Braun Breaker into a monster.
Yes. This is, well, they are definitely surprising us.
Wow. Yeah, Braun Breaker is going to be They don't need Brock Lesnar.
No. Time for the new generation.
Yeah. And they've let go, apparently they let go or they're going to let go of Bobby Lashley. I might be wrong, guys, if they do.
That's
so
upsetting news.
it's very upsetting. It's very upsetting, but it is what it is. I knew this was going to happen. You don't do a rematch 2 pay-per-views in a row if you're not going to drop the title to the person. I don't. So I kind of had a feeling that Braun was going to win. So I'm looking forward to see what happens now with Braun as Intercontinental Champion. It didn't take him long to become champion. The crowd love him. He's getting a good reaction.
Yeah.
So cool. And now we're getting a little break from wrestling so I can focus more on the football. So Ahmad on the left. Last over from Ahmad. So I mean, it's only been 5 minutes, so it's not a long time for me to really analyze the game. The game hasn't settled yet. Both teams haven't really kept a hold of the ball as yet. But like I said, it's 5 minutes gone. So I expect it to be a bit frantic, a bit disjointed in the first 5-10 minutes before somebody puts their foot on the ball and starts to play. Let me know what you guys think about Mason Mount as well this season. Because last season, he was a myth. He was literally a myth. We didn't see him through injury and partly because he just wasn't that good. I did not want Mason Mount. When the news was filtering through that United were going to spend £55 million on Mason Mount, a Chelsea reject that had 1 year left on his contract, a player that I never really rated anyway, I was so disappointed. So disappointed that we're going to spend all of that money on someone like Mason Mount when players like Zubimendi still existed and other midfield targets would have been so much better for us at that time. So, and on top of that, this guy's been given the number 7 shirt. And that to me is a disgrace. So for me, Mason Mount has to prove himself this season or he's out this club next season. It's really that simple. I don't rate him highly at all. I'm going to be honest, guys. I do not. He's somebody who works really hard off the ball, runs around. The thing about United fans, especially in the stadium, they love the player that appears to try hard, that guy that runs around all the time. You can run around a lot and still not be very effective. Like, if you run 100 kilometers more than everyone else on the pitch, but you make 10 less tackles, then what are you doing when you're running around? So I don't just believe in running around for running around's sake. I really don't. And I don't believe that players who run around should just be adored and be, oh, he's trying. He's not lazy. Listen, you don't need to be running around. Is not about being lazy or not. It isn't. It's about being wise with your running. You don't need to run like a blue-eyed fish and lose all your energy all the time. Like, it's ridiculous. And if you keep the ball, if you're a team that likes to keep the ball, you're probably not going to do that much running because you're going to have the ball. So it is what it is, guys. I'm not, as you can see, I'm not a fan of Mason Mount, but he plays for the club that I support. And while he's playing for Man United, I just want him to play well. Of course I do. I think Liverpool have settled in the better team. Oh,
we're gearing up for the next match on the card, people.
Oh, Stephanie McMahon. She looks so slim now.
She looks good. What is going on? There's a lot of different shots and things going on in SummerSlam. It's not just like follow the ring, follow the people.
Oh, so it looks like the next match at SummerSlam is the United States Championship match. Logan Paul against LA Knight. If you're a wrestling fan, let me know who you got. Logan Paul or LA Knight. I would like, listen, I'm not the biggest LA Knight fan. I'm one of those people that I can see that he might be being true to himself, but just because you're being true to yourself, it doesn't mean you're not a ripoff of The Rock and Stone Cold. He is basically a cheap knockoff of those guys. And anyone who gets over by saying the word, yeah, it's like, it's the cheapest way to get over. Really? He says, yeah. When he does his promos, he messes up his lines.
He does
all the time. He's got kind of voice. He's got the kind of voice that Americans like. The brashness. You know, look at Donald Trump. Like,
True.
That sort of brash, knucklehead American, like, that's what they like. I'm not trying to diss Americans, by the way, but I'm just being, that's true. That is just true. So yeah, he's not my cup of tea, but I understand why he's liked. And if I had a choice between him and Logan Paul, I'm choosing him. I'm choosing him over Logan Paul. So I think it's about time that the fans get what they want. Hey! Easy goal. And Liverpool have scored. Great goal. Like I said, they've started the better team. I was waiting to see which team settles first, and it seems that Liverpool were passing the ball in midfield. We just kept, and I've realized this, the first 10 minutes, Onana kept going long. And we kept going long a lot because we just couldn't, we don't know how to play football. And I keep telling people this. The way that we played Man United last season was trash. And the way that we're playing now, by just bypassing midfield and hoofing the ball to the attackers, is not good. Mason Mount, he's not playing well. Collier, listen, I like Collier. I do. I think the kid has a future. He's not ready now. But I do think he has a future at Man United. Like, I believe that we can sell. I believe we can sell McTominay I believe we can sell McTominay and elevate Collier. I really do. But 1-0 to Liverpool. I don't know if they deserve it. I don't know if they created many chances, but just based on the fact that they've settled better than United. And Wan-Bissaka just gave the ball away very, very, very cheaply.
Are you surprised that United conceded so early on?
No. Because I'm not like one of those United fans that get gassed. I just use my eyes. On my channel, I always say, listen, just say what you see, yeah? Not how you feel. A lot of United fans are feeling good. So they're completely forgetting the terrible football that we played last season. And they're thinking, just by signing 2 players, that the football's going to be transformed. No. Same manager, just 2 different players. So I'm not expecting a massive change in the way we play football unless the manager is being forced to play football a certain way, for instance. So I don't know. We will see.
So, guys, on the wrestling stream, Logan Paul is coming out. He's wearing some kind of tribute to Homelander with the American flag. He looks like a... What do they wear? Like movies when they wear tactical gear. Wait, who is this? Who is this? Oh!
Machine Gun Kelly, right? Is that Machine Gun Kelly?
Yeah, that looks like Machine Gun Kelly. The 2 blondes versus one another. Oh no, he's his friend. Okay. Never mind. Yeah, I have appreciated Logan Paul's contribution to wrestling, but as a human, I want him to drop the belt today. I do.
As a human being, you just don't rate him.
No, especially some of the silly comments he's made over the past couple of days, like getting involved in stuff you don't need to be getting involved in, especially when you have those huge followings and you're going to rile a bunch of people up. But in terms of his wrestling ability, he has been so impressive in how he has come into this, and in a similar way to Bad Bunny, when Bad Bunny kind of guest appeared for a while. But Logan is like, it seems like he's one of those people who's good at whatever he puts in his mind, his time, and his money to. But that could be a lot of us, right? If we had all the money and the free time in the world, we might be really good at lots of different things. So we'll see. Like you, I do think LA Knight, because I didn't watch wrestling back in the day, I obviously know who The Rock is, Stone Cold Steve Austin. I think besides The Rock, if I'd watched it live, Rock would have been my favorite, and then it would have been Batista. I love Batista's theme entrance. I wish I could get to see it again. I wish he would come back to WWE even just for a little short run. But yeah, LA Knight does seem reminiscent of that age.
Danger.
I walk for miles and do the murmur. Yeah. And he does that thing. It's cool. But his acting is actually really, he's okay as an actor.
I walk alone. I walk alone. Yeah.
Yes. So we are watching Logan Paul's entrance. I see some people in the crowd just not impressed at all, just like whatever. LA Knight, I'm pretty sure is gonna. If you were watching SmackDown last night, LA Knight rocked up in the Prime Mobile. Who's he bring with him? Who's his guest? What's going on here? Oh
shit, he's gonna destroy his truck.
Wow. It doesn't even work. Wow.
So Logan Paul is just
Whoa.
LA Knight is destroying Logan Paul's Prime truck.
Prime Mobile, whatever the hell it's called. That's good. It's crazy. Okay. LA is about to come make his entrance. We'll see how the crowd takes to him. Yeah, the crowd is. Yeah, they're giving him a good, decent reception. What are your predictions, guys, in the chat? I think it's, what's that say? Yep, someone said LA Knight to win. I think you're probably right. I think LA Knight probably will win. It would make sense. Give him this belt for a while, and then the American Championship. Yeah.
United States.
What's it called? United States Championship. Let him hold it for a little bit, and then see who else he's going to come up against. I don't think it needs to be a back and forth with Logan. Like, Logan's going to come back and try and win it again. You need to put over some of the new stars and have some of them have their opportunity, have their chance. Oh, sugar. Logan is already...
Logan Paul's not waiting.
Oh, here we go.
It's a shame, guys. So we're watching the wrestling at the moment because the feed that we're watching the football game has gone down. It's being temperamental. So we're trying to get the feed back up for the United game. That's why I'm just looking down at the moment.
Yeah, this will be the first belt LA Knight holds if he does win. So I'm sure it'll probably be very emotional for him.
I mean, LA Knight is one of those wrestlers. You know what I always say? There's different types of wrestlers. The type of wrestlers that are not actually that good in the ring.
Yeah.
They'll never be able to put on 5-star matches in the ring like other wrestlers can. LA Knight is that wrestler.
Yeah.
Like, you'll never watch an LA Knight match and be like, wow, this match was amazing.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of things LA Knight just cannot do in the ring. He's very stiff. He's very big. He's very bulky. He's not the greatest. So what he does to make up for that is create a character.
Yes.
He's like he's like Becky Lynch. Out of 4 horsewomen, Becky Lynch is probably the least good in the ring out of the 4 horsewomen. But in terms of her character work, she might be the best.
Yes.
So a lot of people who are not good in the ring will work more on their character because they have to rely on that to get over.
Yeah.
Because they're never going to have good matches to get over. So LA Knight comes in that category. His character work, even for me, his character work is not that great. But for the fans, they love him. So for the fans, his character work is amazing. And because you're emotionally invested in him, which is the whole point of wrestling, to buy into somebody, right? So because you're emotionally invested in him, you're going to look past a lot of the mistakes.
Yeah.
You're going to look past a lot of the mediocre matches. And your emotion is going to be so heightened when he's out there that it might not matter to you. It might not. So we'll see. I mean, so far this match is looking good. It's entertaining. Logan Paul's got LA Knight's got Logan Paul on top of the announce table and just slammed him on top of the announce table. So we're watching wrestling at the moment, guys, while I try to get the Manchester United Liverpool feed back up. It is currently down.
Sometimes when I see those kind of moves, when someone tries to put them through the announce table, I feel like the announce table was meant to collapse, but it didn't because they both took a hard hit there. But you just have to keep going. Even when there's a mistake, what do they call them? Potatoes in wrestling. You accidentally I think a potato is when you accidentally hit someone too hard. But
Botch,
that's it. I think the table was meant to collapse. Because I kind of feel like it's a waste of time to dash everything off of it and get on there and make a big deal, and then it doesn't actually collapse.
Maybe you're right.
Maybe. I have no idea. I'm just guessing. Wow, the security people are tall. There's a lot of tall people in America. That's true, though. I forget about that. Okay, guys. Who do you think is going to win this match? The storytelling has been good leading up to it. I think they built it well. But I wonder what it's going to be like if LA does win the belt. What's he going to be like as a champion? Because as much as I do enjoy him, he does fumble on the mic a lot. Every week he makes a mistake when he's on the mic, when he's live. And I think even last night, if you watch SmackDown, he was forgetting his promo. He was forgetting what he was meant to be saying in response.
Yeah, I mean, LA Knight says the same thing over and over again.
Yeah.
When he does his promos. All right, we are back. It looks like the feed is back, guys. We are watching the game. 22 minutes on the clock almost. And it's still Liverpool 1, Manchester United 0. So we've missed about 5 minutes of the game. Oh.
Logan Paul is going in.
Well done. Ball to Rashford. Rashford's on the ball. Go. Give it. Oh, lucky. Good football. That's better for Manchester United. Rashford, if he couldn't get his shot off, maybe should have released the ball quicker. And that's my problem with Rashford. His footballing IQ. When Rashford plays football, he relies on this instinct. You could tell that all in his mind, the only thing he had in his mind there was to shoot. For me, he could have laid the ball off quicker. But good football from United. We are back, guys.
Logan Paul just did the splits on top of LA Knight. He jumped into the splits. He's trying to take moves from Naomi.
I'm not gonna lie, Logan Paul is hell of athletic, man. That's one. Listen, in terms of him, Logan Paul as a human being, yeah, he's not very likable. Oh,
that was good from Rashford.
Rashford almost scored there, but yeah, as a human being, you love him or hate him, but his dedication to his craft,
yeah,
like you said, he's one of those annoying people that he appears to be good at most things that he touches. which is kind of annoying because he's a dick,
Yeah.
you know?
It's one of those ones where it's like when you have that natural, it's that natural ability to absorb in things and dedicate yourself, because they do say that he worked out a lot. He trained a lot with some of the best people.
We got Ahmed Diallo on a counter attack.
Nice from United. Oh, Mason Mount.
Nice.
Sancho connecting the play.
Well done, Jaden. To Aaron. Oh, he went past Mason. Oh, that's better for Man United. See? Being more confident and learning to play in tight spaces. Getting Ahmad on the ball. Getting Jadon Sancho on the ball more. That's what we have to do. Listen. It's not all about playing only transition. Last season, we only played players who could play on the transition. So when we came up against low blocks, we just couldn't break them down because we didn't have the intelligent footballers. So I'm hoping now, especially with Ahmad and maybe Jaden and Xerxes and those sort of players, we can not only play on the transition, but learn how to keep the ball moving, sustain attacks, and break down low blocks. So yeah, United are playing better now, which is good. While on my left-hand side of the screen, I see LA Knight stomping out Logan Paul, and I'm here for it.
I'm here for it too.
Yay!
I like
I'm here for it. Stomping out Logan.
Oh, I was going to say, I think Logan could have sold the hits on the table better, actually, early on. He wasn't even connecting with the team. But it's okay, we move. Wow. This is going to be one of those events, maybe. Do you think it's going to get dark?
Yeah, I mean, it's already getting dark.
Yeah.
I mean, it would have started, what, 7 p.m. local time, right? So by the time it finishes, it's going to be always these events. It will be nighttime, right?
You know
wow, what's going on there?
Oh, there's people still outside the game trying to get in.
Do you know what? Yeah, I looked at the stadium and I saw loads of empty seats, and that doesn't mean anything because against Real Betis there were loads of empty seats, but that makes sense.
This game, Liverpool, this is an old school rivalry, so you'd expect. I don't think America, you're not ready, you're not equipped for how much football is loved.
wow.
Like, you're supposed to get people in the stadium quicker. In terms of SummerSlam, I'm so impressed that WWE can do like these 4-hour post shows, pre-shows, then the kickoff show, then like tens, 20 of thousands of people come out for these shows every time.
And not only that, right? Then they'll never jump over the fence and rush.
No,
the ring.
People behave.
And people behave. In football, you see people running out and flooding the pitch after the game's ended and all these hooliganistic behavior. But for some reason in wrestling, you never see that. You never see people leap over the barriers.
No, I've only seen it once in like the 3 or 4 years I've watched, and that was the person who hit Seth.
Oh yeah.
And then they afterwards explained that man had a bit of a mental health crisis, and even Seth spoke to him afterwards, and the man apologized, I think. So, but still, yeah, you can't.
Yeah, I think maybe everyone knows the deal when it comes to wrestling. Whereas football it's a sport.
Yeah, it's live sport.
It's a live sport.
Whereas wrestling, I consider it a live sport. It's like stunt people doing stunt work.
Yeah, I mean, the way I look at wrestling is the end result is known by both competitors.
Yes.
But it's not known by us. And what's not known by us is how we're going to get to the main result. So the journey is not known and the result is not known. So what we're doing is just watching the journey and what the result is going to be.
Yeah.
In order for wrestling to resonate, we have to buy into the characters and buy into the premise, which we have.
Yes.
So
I definitely.
People say wrestling's fake, and I'm like, it's fake in the sense that, yes, the end result is known by the competitors. So, yes, it's not a proper sport in that sense. But too many people break their necks, break their backs, and break their bones and die doing this for you to call it fake. Too many people bleed and do and all these things for you to call it fake in that sense. So, yes, they pull their punches and they know how to not hurt each other and they know how to land. Oh, my gosh. Salah's offside, and they know how to land properly, and they get trained, and all of these things. Yes, but calling it fake is a bit of a stretch, in my opinion. But it is what it is. Everyone's got their opinions. I told you, Mo Salah cut his hair, and you might unleash some next power, bruv. Some next
level,
next Saiyan power. So the game, top rope.
Wow.
I'm not gonna lie, that landing was a bit funny.
Yeah, Logan landed funny there, but
Logan didn't land on his back at all in that suplex. Superplex from the top rope.
Wow.
By LA Knight on Logan Paul. The crowd is getting wild. Meanwhile, in the match that I'm watching, I think both teams have settled now. Liverpool are moving the ball nicely. Man United are trying to move the ball, but just isn't there really at the moment.
You know, you were saying before about, you know, live sports like Man U versus Liverpool. We don't know what the outcome's going to be. It's not predetermined. But there are some games, like if Liverpool was playing Stoke, you would know pretty much that Liverpool was going to. It's very rare would it go. So even with live sports, sometimes you can tell the competitor that's got, you know, 10 knockouts to 0 and the one who's never won a fight might not win.
Yeah, I think that's a good point. Like with football, Real Madrid are going to beat Stoke.
Yeah,
you know that. In wrestling, you don't know if Daniel Bryan's going to beat Brock Lesnar. You think he is, but because of booking, there might be some funny business, and you know Daniel Bryan uses a chair, or I don't know. Because it's not real, they can come out of the realm of impossibility and make impossible things possible, because it's about booking, right?
Yeah.
Whereas football is not quite like that. But it is what it is. I prefer football. All day, every day, over wrestling. But wrestling is fun, guys. It is fun.
Oh, the sunset there in America looks so pretty wherever they're playing football.
Liverpool are cutting United open at will right now, I think. I think there will be a second goal very soon.
Logan's got his knuckle dusters on now. Oh, what's he going to do with them?
Look, Casemiro's in the midfield by himself. Collier needs to drop. And where's Mason Mount? Mason Mount I haven't seen Mason Mount in a long time. And I know he's playing number 10, but he needs to drop deep as well and try to get involved in the game, Mason Mount. Nice. Give it to Ahmad. Give it back to Ahmad. Oh, Collier. Drive forward into that space. What's happened?
LA Knight just pinned Logan Paul.
Oh, I missed that. I was looking at the football. So it looks like LA Knight has won the United States Championship.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's listen to some volume.
SummerSlam, winning his first singles championship, the United States title.
He's waited 30 years in this industry to get this moment.
The crowd is going crazy for LA Knight at SummerSlam. He has pinned Logan Paul, and every single result so far I have guessed right.
Yeah, you have. Even the
it's Logan times Paul. Logan's Paul's what? Sorry, it's LA. It's LA Knight's time.
Yes.
I didn't like the fact that people wanted him to beat Roman Reigns and get the title of Roman Reigns. Like, no, just chill out. Wow. This is his level. He's a mid-card champion, and he's finally got the mid-card championship. I'm all for it.
Wow.
I might not love Logan. I keep calling him Logan Paul. I might not love LA Knight the way that a lot of you guys do. However, I do think it's time for him to win the championship. He's too over with the crowd. The crowd love him too much. And similarly, I'm all for what's his name? Jay. I'm all for Jay Uso winning a mid-card championship. I think it's about time that Jay Uso goes in for the Intercontinental Championship belt as well.
Yeah.
Because there's only so much you can do. Like, Jay's done what he needs to do, and he is over with the crowd. LA Knight is now over with the crowd, and he's got his championship. So whether I like him or not, I think he deserves it. I really do. So it is what it is, guys. LA Knight is champion. Let me know what you think about LA Knight being champion finally. Like I said, he's not my favorite, but I'm not stupid enough to say that he doesn't deserve it, because I think it's his time now. It's his time. And he'll elevate that title. There we go. Liverpool are carving United open every attack. I'm not going to lie, guys. I'm not too impressed by United today at all. I think playing against Liverpool right now, especially the team that we're playing with, 2-0.
Oh no.
Easy.
Do you think
so
it's exposing...
easy. There's a few things I will say about this game, guys. Liverpool, Manchester United. This is not Liverpool, this is not Man United's first team. And I feel like Liverpool are playing with a stronger team than United. Let's get that straight. There is no Bruno, and Bruno will probably make it into this team. We're playing with Collier. And the defense that we're playing with is absolutely, for me, is shocking.
Yeah.
Like Lindelof and Evans are probably the two slowest defenders that Man United have. And Aaron Wan-Bissaka, he should do better there. There's no reason for Aaron to be on the wrong side of the defender. There's no reason for Aaron. So everybody who wants to keep Aaron Wan-Bissaka, please understand that he might be good at slide tackling, but his positioning off the ball has always been poor. His technical ability has always been poor. And for us to go to the next level, we got to lose this sentimental stuff and be able to offload players that are not good enough, like Aaron Wan-Bissaka. I'm not blaming him for that goal, because the errors leading to that goal came well before, he was even involved. But you can't be on the wrong side of your defender there. Our two defenders, central defenders, were nowhere to be seen. We're not playing football. Mason Mount hasn't touched the ball at all. Every time Collier and Casemiro have the ball, I don't ever see Mason Mount anywhere. Very disappointed in the way we're playing. We're walking around on the pitch. Wait, is Mason Mount even playing? I don't see him anymore. I think he's on the right-hand side at the moment. Why would I look down on wrestling? SummerSlam, do I see Otis massaging his belly?
No, they were shaving first. They were shaving Apollo's head, and now he's like, "I'm going to shave." He's like going down to his groin. And they're like,
so
no.
This is a Manscaped advert.
This is silly.
Wow.
WWE is jokes. WWE got jokes. I love that. Shaving off people's. Okay, guys.
Now, how is he running off this? Like, I don't understand what's going on. Like, no one's following their man. No one's following their runners. That Liverpool player just been able to just run into our box, just unchallenged and unmarked. This is some bullshit, man. Can't believe I stayed up to watch this crap. Anyway, the beauty of this situation is that I can look to my left and watch wrestling. Whenever United start to piss me off with some bullshit football, like right now. My gosh. So bad. And I don't even rate this Liverpool team. But all that smoke that Ten Hag has been talking about this manager, and he's getting whooped right now. fully whooped.
Oh.
Every single time Liverpool attack, it's with purpose, it's with intent. But at the same time, context is key, guys. Context is important. And I would go as far as to say that none of these defenders, not one of them, will start the season
Yeah,
for United. And they shouldn't.
it's a good test for them
So,
playing against Liverpool
yeah.
in a game that's not going to count towards your goal difference like last season.
No.
I am excited for Nia versus Bayley. I think we're going to get the belts changing over. But what I don't know is if Miss Tiffy Time, is going to actually cash in. I don't think she would yet. Because I think Nia needs to have a reign. Nia needs to have some time holding the belt. And I think something that you said before, which I really like actually, when men injure other men in wrestling, they sort of promote it like Drew's like, I took you out, CM Punk, for 6 months. And it's seen as like a badge of honor in a way. They make the best of it. But with women, it's like, oh, she's dangerous, she's this, she's that. It will happen.
Yeah, I want to ask questions about that. Why is it that Brock Lesnar's and all these people can break Roman Reigns' bones and do all of these things? Why can male wrestlers injure and end careers of other male wrestlers and they're never seen as bad or dangerous? Sometimes they use it, as you said, as a badge of honor to further storylines. But if Nia Jax injures one person, it's like, let's fire her.
Yeah.
She's dangerous. Is that this men hating women again? Double standards sort of stuff? Is that what it is? Because a lot of men are not able to see objectively from a woman's point of view. Do you know what I'm trying to say? But we on this channel can see things more objectively, so we can see when things are just not right.
Yes. Thank you to the TISM. The TISM.
Yeah, it's either wrong when you injure another player, another opponent. It's either wrong because we should all be safe, or it's okay to do.
Or it's kind of more like you expect it more with your larger, heavier performers that they're not gonna all like.
I'm not making excuses for
no,
that. I'm just spotting, because we spot double standards very easily on this channel. We do. You see biases very clearly because of who we are, and we put them out, and it's an uncomfortable. Sometimes it's uncomfortable to listen to, but we like to talk about it.
Yeah, it's good to talk about it. We might even be wrong, but we see it.
If we're wrong, let us know we're wrong. But I agree with you. I think Nia Jax has done well. Her performances have been good. She's the monster heel that is needed. I would have given her the title when she faced Rhea, but they didn't do that.
Yeah. So
now I think it's time for her to take it off Bayley and have a reign of dominance with the title, at least for a few months anyway.
Oh, Nia, you look amazing.
Nia Jax looks really good.
She proper coming out. She is the queen of the ring. Oh, wow.
Yeah, so right now, guys, Nia Jax and Bayley, the match is about to start. SummerSlam, the screen on my left. And Nia Jax is walking out looking pretty, as always. Beautiful. Thick, voluptuous woman. Damn right. With a crown on her head. Looking all stunning.
And the way that they've done her outfit proper matches with the queen, the regality. William Regal. See this?
Sure.
The next preseason, we've got to just get Man United TV. Then we can be certain. Okay, so we're coming towards half time.
Yeah. So back to the football. 2-0 to Liverpool. Not a good day for Man United at all. I don't even know what to take from this game because half the team we are playing with are not going to start. So I'm not going to be. I'm annoyed, but I'm not going to be too angry because the way that preseason is, some people are like their mood fluctuate from game to game. One preseason game that we think we're going to win the title, the next preseason game we're going to finish bottom, and it goes like this.
Mm-hmm.
So we're still not near where we need to be. I still have doubts with the coaching and Ten Hag. I have more confidence that he has people around him now. But we also need to understand that the team is going to rapidly change. I do believe we're going to get 2 or 3 more signings in, such as Dillit and Ugarte, who will probably walk into our first team. And if we do get Matsuwari, he will also replace Aaron Wan-Bissaka on the right, or potentially play on the left, and we'll have Dallo on the right. So there will be some big changes. The thing is, it takes a while for players to get used to each other, for them to play a coherent game, for them to play coherently. So even if you do get those players in, we might not see the best version of United for a while after that anyway, which is a problem, of course. But so while I'm more disappointed, not in the scoreline, I'm disappointed in the performance.
I can understand that.
Like, there's a way to lose 2-0.
Yeah. Bayley's just making an entrance now. Bayley looks good too. Got a nice outfit. Got a Bianca Belair-esque coat.
We just can't play out from the back, Man United. We can't play from our midfield, from the defense into our midfield, into our attackers. There's a disconnect. Mason Mount, even though he's playing number 10, he just has to somehow help out the other 2 midfielders and join in. He has to. And he's not doing that. We don't have a number 6 who can pick the ball up from the defense, who's press resistant. We don't have that player. And that is why I keep saying we need to get one. I know we probably can't get Zubimendi, but try to get somebody who can play that position. Because at the moment, we don't have that player. Nia Jax looks good.
The face card today is... Whew. It's giving. Like, Sam looks good too. I like the orange.
I like the camera that they're using as well on my left.
Is that like a 10K or what's it called?
It's a 8K, I think.
8K, that's it. 10K, you know, I'm just adding.
8 plus 2.
Yeah. It just makes it look like they're right in front of you. It's crazy.
So it looks like it's half time, guys. My feed, if I'm being totally honest with you, the feed has been playing up. It's cut out at least 3 times while I've been trying to watch this game. I've seen all the goals. I've seen about 90% of the first half. But it's been very frustrating for me because my feed is pissing me off. My feed is just pausing every 15 minutes. And yeah, it hasn't been a great feed. And it's also resembled the game itself. It hasn't been a good game for Man United. I'm not going to lie to you guys. It's one of these watch-alongs where I wish that was 90 minutes.
You wish it was done already?
I wish it was done already. It's so boring for me as a United fan to watch that game. We did nothing. For a whole 45 minutes, we created nothing.
Plus, it's like 1:30 in the morning here in the UK. So staying up late.
We couldn't get the ball to our attackers at all. Our midfield was doing nothing.
Nia is just tossing Bayley around like a...
So while it's half time, guys, so we're just gonna focus on SummerSlam at the moment for the next 15 minutes.
Who do you have in this match? Who do you think's gonna win?
So it makes sense because Bayley right now should just be used as a transitional champion. She should just be used to bring in the next thing, to bring in the next Bianca Belair or whatever it might be. So I think they should give it to Nia. And I don't think Tiffany Stratton should cash in right now. Give it to Nia. Like you said, have a reign for a little while and potentially have Tiffany Stratton cash in when Nia faces like Jade Cargill or something for it.
Oh.
You know? I don't know.
That would be very interesting. Nia was just shaking her butt in Bayley's face. Two big bootied ladies. Nia had BBL Bayley trending for calling her that one day on.
I'm listening
SmackDown.
to people. By the way, I'm listening to the pundits on the MUTV talking about Sancho, and I'm thinking, of all the players you want to talk about in that first half that didn't play well, once again Mason Mount can literally go missing, and nothing happens. Like, I'm saying that I didn't see this guy at all pick the ball up. And if Sancho's supposed to be the striker or the false nine striker, you got to get the ball to him.
Yeah.
And none of the midfielders have got the ball to him. And yes, he's moving around and he's not perfect and he hasn't had a great game either. And nobody's really had a great game. But it's interesting that of all the players, these commentators, these pundits are picking out once again Jadon Sancho.
Yeah.
He's the reason why we're losing 2-0.
The propaganda is crazy.
Not the rubbish defending for the first goal. Not the rubbish defending for the second goal. Jadon Sancho. And loads of fans are going to absorb that into their mind because they don't like him anyway. And that's going to just make them hate him more. It's just like, because nobody can think independently these days anymore. We just get swayed by people who disseminate information. If they tell us to jump, we jump. If they tell us the moon is green and orange, we believe them. So, listen, Jadon Sancho is not the reason why we're losing 2-0. Man United fans, he's not. Let's be real. Right, come on. But it is what it is, guys. It is what it is. Bayley taking a fight to Nia Jax on my left on our SummerSlam screen. Let me know who you guys have as the winner in this one, Bayley or Nia Jax. I said Nia should win. I don't know if she will, but I want her to win.
Oh, Bayley switched that move up. Whoa.
Oi. Yeah.
That was cool. That little move from Nia. Oh, leg drop.
I will say this, though, watching Nia Jax wrestle. She does, because Piper Niven is also big, right?
Yeah.
There's a big contrast in the way they both wrestle.
That's true.
Like, as much as I like Nia Jax, let's keep it 100. Piper Niven is a lot cleaner
Yeah.
when she wrestles. And I think that's what people say. Like, Nia can look sloppy. She
I can
can look
understand that. I
sloppy.
think that's fair.
While Piper Niven is you can argue just as big. Maybe, I don't know if she's bigger. Let's say she's comparable to Nia Jax in terms of size. But Piper Niven doesn't look as sloppy
No, you're right.
at times.
You're right. I
Is
can
that
definitely
fair?
think of a few occasions where.
Bayley to belly on Nia, you know. One.
Whoa.
Kick out by Nia Jax. If you're joining for the football, it is half time in the Man United versus Liverpool match. So we are focusing on WWE SummerSlam. The screen to my left. Oh. Oi, that's powerful by Nia. Sit down. Sit down.
Sit down.
There we go. The finisher by Nia. What's she call it? The Annihilator. Oh no, one.
Oh,
No way.
Okay.
No way. So Bayley has kicked out of the Annihilator. Nobody has kicked out of, well, Rhea might have, but I don't think anyone has kicked
Has
out.
Bianca? I think that's
No,
right.
she lost to that move, Bianca. But she cheated. Everyone keeps forgetting Bianca, like her knee gave way.
Oh.
It wasn't really a fair match against Bianca, but it doesn't matter. She still beat her and she still pinned her. But yeah, Bayley has kicked out of the Annihilator of Nia Jax's finisher. So I don't know where they're gonna go from here.
Wow.
Has that changed my prediction? Has it changed your prediction?
No, because Liv, something very similar happened with Liv in that match, and Liv retained. Liv tried to do her finisher and it didn't work, and she was shooketh. She was shocked.
How come that camera's not as
What camera?
not as clear?
This one. Because it's the front-facing camera.
I reckon even if it was front facing for that one, it would be clearer.
Crisper.
Yeah.
And
we got good lighting as well.
I turned the brightness down on this to conserve battery, so it's probably a lot brighter.
Then, all right, fair enough. Looks good. Kind of. It looks good enough. It's a lot of. It's shown a lot as well, isn't it? I would have put it closer. Doesn't matter.
Can bring it a bit closer. Plus, it's more. It's much more in.
Oh,
it's got a bit of a delay, whereas this one's got no delay. Wow!
Wow!
But it's outside the ring, so it doesn't count. You got to get her in the ring and pin her.
Samoan drop outside the ring by Nia Jax to Bayley. What's all the advertising?
Yeah,
around the ring. You know when like everything's for sale. You got the prime advertising on the mat, on the ring mat. You got all the advertising around the ring, as well as around the arena. Flipping heck. You got man. Is it another Annihilator by Nia Jax? Is Bayley going to move out of the way? Yes, she is. There we go. Wow. Oh, it looks like Bayley's getting ready for powerbomb. Is she going to do it?
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
No way. Well done, Bayley.
Well done.
That's why you got to have a strong back. And that's why you got to do your squats.
You need that strong core, that strong back. 5x5x5.
Powerbomb by Bayley.
Nia's getting herself in the right position in the middle of the ring. to receive whatever Bayley's about to do. How's Bayley going to retain?
Bayley's going to retain. 1, 2. No! Nia Jax has kicked out. Nia Jax has kicked out.
So they gave a kick out, 2 kickouts that we thought weren't going to happen. They both kicked out.
This is normal booking for me. Bayley kicks out of Nia Jax's finisher. Oh! Tiffany Stratton is running to the ring.
It's not Tiffy's time. It's Nia's time. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my god. No. Is she really going to cash in?
So Tiffany tried to cash in. Bayley knocked Tiffany Stratton off the apron. This is crazy, guys. The crowd is on its feet.
What?
Nia Jax powerbomb to Bayley.
Wow.
And again, another powerbomb. Powerbomb to Bayley. It's done.
The strength. Wow.
And then Annihilate on top of that. It's done now. 2 powerbombs and then Annihilator is hit. It's done.
Come on, Nia. It's your time.
2 powerbombs. 2 Annihilators. 1. Yes! Get in, Nia! Get in! If you Man United are not giving me the dopamine that I need, if United are not giving me the enjoyment that I need, then at least I can find the fun. I can find the enjoyment in wrestling. Well done. I had to turn the volume up. Hopefully it doesn't get copyright strikes, whatever. Can you hear that, guys? Can you hear it? Queen Nia Jax is now women's champion. I don't care. I like wrestling and I like Nia Jax.
And now Tiffany's
celebrating with Nia. Now Tiffany is celebrating with Nia like she did not try to come out here and cash in. That shows the relationship. Tiffany is her persona is she's a BITC. And she's gonna stab Nia in the back very quickly. She doesn't care about Nia at all. She cares about the championship. And when she does eventually turn on Nia, it's gonna be very, very interesting. But I like that finish. The reason why I like that finish is because you know when the Gunthers just pick you up and then they clothesline you, then pick you up again and then powerbomb you, then pick you up. And SmackDown, Fatu, Jacob Fatu.
Oh yeah, Jacob Fatu
did something similar. It was finisher after finisher after finisher.
Yeah.
I like the way that Nia was like, no, powerbomb, then pick her up, powerbomb again, then Annihilator, then another Annihilator. It's like, listen, 4 finishes. She wanted to make sure, and I like that kind of stuff because why should it just be just your finisher and that's it? So yeah, well done, Nia Jax. Well done. I am happy for Nia.
Yeah.
The reason why I'm happy for Nia is because once people put in that work, just like LA Knight. Yes. I don't need to like LA Knight to at least see that this guy's put in the work. LA Knight has put in the work. He has. And because of that, I think he deserves to be United States champion. He does. Similarly, since Nia Jax has returned and everyone hates her, everyone boos her, and all these things, she's been putting in the work. She's hugged her mum.
Her mum is there.
She's part of the bloodline. Don't forget, she's part of the bloodline. She's part of the whole family. Well done, Nia. So yeah, well done.
I'm happy for her.
I'm happy for her.
I'm sad for Bayley, but Bayley's wonderful.
Bayley, like I said, brilliant. Bayley's purpose now in her career is enhancement. Yeah, just enhance the talent. Just help the women get over. Not like she needs to enhance Nia and help her get over, but you know, I don't even agree with Bayley. I think she deserved to go to WrestleMania after not going for like 2 years in a row or something. But yeah, the fact that Bianca Belair was all over the WrestleMania photos, pictures, posters, and she just ended up having a 3-on-3 match because I think she was supposed to have a 1-on-1 match with Charlotte. And then Bayley, I don't know, it just felt funny. I think Bayley right now should just be enhancement, I think. at this stage in her
Yeah.
career. But I like Bayley. I really, really like Bayley. She's really good. She's really good at putting over talent. Anyway, we are starting the second half in the Manchester United Liverpool game. A game, if I'm honest with you guys, I'm not looking forward to the second half because from a Man United standpoint, the first half was just not good enough. The energy levels were not high enough for me. I don't think Ahmad was on the ball as much as he could have. Rashford and Sancho, the front three need to get more involved, as I said before. I'm glad, and also Mason Mount needs to get involved a lot more.
Oh, yes. If this is a match next, I've been looking forward to this one.
Yeah, this is poor for Man United. When we get closed down by Liverpool, when Liverpool close us down, there's no options. There's no out. Like when we try to close Liverpool down, there's always a man for them to pass to. Anyway, on my left, the SummerSlam screen, we are seeing a promo for the CM Punk Drew McIntyre match, which I am actually looking forward to because I'm on Drew McIntyre's side when it comes to this situation. I'm not emotional. I understand everything that Drew McIntyre has said, and he's the only one telling the truth. The only thing is, Drew, when it's time for you to win your matches, just win your matches. Why do you need to gloat? It's your fault why you've lost your titles, man. When you won at WrestleMania, just win your damn title, celebrate, and go home. You know, so they've done a good job at painting a picture of someone who's angry, disgruntled, sort of employees unhappy with CM Punk. He's in the right when it comes to certain things, but the crowd doesn't care if he's in the right or not because they love CM Punk. So he's almost fighting against the system. Like CM Punk is the system. And it's quite interesting because usually the WWE fans are anti-establishment and anti-system.
And that's what Punk is meant to be.
Yeah, so Punk is kind of the system in this situation while Drew is fighting against it, but the fans are still not on his side. And I have to say, guys, the work that Drew McIntyre has been doing, the mic work, the storytelling, his promos, this is a different Drew, man. Like, CM Punk is getting the best out of Drew, and Drew right now is arguably the best thing that's going on right now. Arguably. Like, the promos that he's cutting, the jokes that he's making off the cuff, he has been golden on the microphone for the past, I would say the past 8-9 months. Since CM Punk's return, Drew has been on fire.
He has.
I prayed for this. Like, no one can tell me what Drew McIntyre hasn't been doing, hasn't been on fire. Oh, come on, Scott McTominay. See, as soon as I stop talking about wrestling and look to my right, Man United are doing some bullshit. Oh, and I'm reminded how crap we are when I see people like Scott McTominay on the pitch. How can flipping you play with a football called Hamas?
Hamas.
Like, you literally what's going on in the Middle East, and you're playing with a left back called Hamas. Hey, Ahmad.
Good, pass it off.
Oh man, that was a slight opening for Amad Diallo. He was being fouled there for me. He was being fouled there, but it is what it is. I'm gonna go and get myself another drink, some more alcohol.
Bring a snack
to drown my pain.
Storm Shadow, we see you in the chat. Yes, I'm with you. I hope LA has a long run. LA Knight, you know when I think my understanding is Vince did not want to push him. He came out, he started as a manager, right? It was him and Maxine Dupree. They were like brother and sister or something, right? And he managed Maximum Male Models. And he was really good in that role. But since he transitioned to doing the wrestling and being LA Knight, I've really enjoyed it. And when someone's worked really hard, clearly for decades, and just because he's too similar to the past doesn't mean he doesn't deserve an opportunity like this. So yeah, I hope he has a good long run, gets to build other stars with him, but also, like, I'd like to, like, I felt that way about Bianca Belair, like, and Jade with the tag team titles. I was like, they should hold it for a long time and build other people and make other, and eventually another.
It's gonna be May.
Yeah, Storm Shadows in the chat. He said he would like, thank you. He wants LA Knight to have a long run, and he thinks it's, you know, it's deserved in terms of the long career that he's been trying to work for this. Imagine being told, oh, you're never going to be the top guy or middle guy, whatever. You're never going to hold a belt.
Yeah, but hundreds of people get told that, and it's true. It's true. So it's like, I'm not gonna lie to you. Like I said, Storm Shadow, welcome. It's been a long time, man. Hope you're good, man. I hope you're good. For me, I'll say this about LA Knight. I understand when people say he's a rip-off of The Rock and all of these guys, while at the same time, you can say that, listen, almost every wrestler takes parts of other wrestlers' gimmicks anyway. But I think he's a bit just too close, and he messes up his promos a bit too much for me. And the fact that he's just got over with the that's annoyed me because it's too simplistic, and I feel like American fans need to challenge themselves more, and you know, that's how I feel. However, all that being said, he deserves it.
Yeah,
I think the work that LA Knight has put in over the last couple years, even the whole
Maxine Dupree, Maximum Male Models.
Yeah, male models, and he trying to get that over and all these things. Like, he has done well. And based on the hard work he's put in, and based on the fact the crowd love him so much, give him the title and let him have a good reign. At least 6 months. At least let him hold it until WrestleMania.
Yeah.
You know, what is Sami? I'm looking at my left now, and I'm like, what is Seth Rollins doing?
He came at, Drew said, well, you're going to wear some ridiculous stripper outfit when it comes to
we go. Drew McIntyre's entrance.
The sword. Is he coming out with the sword today?
I love Drew, man. He's from the UK.
I prayed for this.
He's from these isles. I prayed for this. That is a very bad Scottish accent.
It wasn't that bad. I've heard worse.
I prayed for this. Listen, when Drew McIntyre, when he's in the States, which he's almost always is,
he's more American.
He softens his Scottish accent and Americanizes it. When you listen to Piper Niven and other Scottish people, you hear it strong. There's a lot of Scottish, man. If you watch NXT,
the 3 new guys.
There's a lot of like Noam Dar and all. There's so many Scottish and UK people in NXT now.
And I believe in Johandre.
I believe in Johandre. Dooby 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 doo.
I don't care. He's fun. I don't know where he came from, but I'm enjoying him. I was like, oh, did you see a bug? I was like, oh no, because it's bugs and stuff.
I even joking.
Yeah. How do you do that?
That's
I
silly.
can't do the eyebrows.
Anyway, the screen above me is the Manchester United Liverpool game, which is making me fall asleep. This match is putting me to sleep. United are just not like, there we go. Aaron Bissaka, go. Oh. Oh, I'm mad. I'm mad.
This fry's on crack.
Oh
no.
This is just so. So we got 10 minutes have gone in the second half of the Man United Liverpool game. Not a lot have changed. Liverpool are a lot more organized than United. They're harder to break down. Oh my gosh! How did you miss Scott McTominay?
I thought that was a goal.
Oh!
That's a Scottish guy.
How's he missed? We've gone from one Scottish guy on my left with Drew McIntyre looking all badass, and then on my right we've got Scott McTominay.
Open goal, basically.
Open goal, and he's what? Oh, shame. What happened? The goalkeeper saved it. It's a corner.
Okay, it went off the goalkeeper then. Oh,
I can't believe that. How did he miss? Oh my days, Drew McIntyre.
The longest entrance.
This is the longest Drew McIntyre entrance I've ever seen. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I am looking forward to Drew McIntyre against CM Punk.
Yeah.
This match has been in the making for a year.
Yes.
And it's the only match on the card that makes sense for me. The only one.
Drew's proper representing the greens from House of Dragons.
House of Dragons. Yeah.
He's even got the dragon scale. I might have to back Punk then. No, I'm joking. I think the crowd's gonna go crazy for Punk. People have been waiting to see him perform. Something.
I feel my mamba. I know you dream. I know you wanna be. Oh, I'm not gonna lie. As much as the crowd is behind CM Punk, in their promo on Raw, a lot of the crowd support for CM Punk started to die down the more he spoke.
Yeah.
And the more Drew McIntyre spoke. And when CM Punk was clearly the best on the mic, and he was the best on the mic in WWE for a while. I don't think you can say CM Punk is the best on the mic anymore. He's still good he's still very good on the mic. Don't get twisted. But I don't think he can say he's the best on the mic anymore. I don't think he is. I simply don't think he is.
I think you're right. I think Drew's better than him.
Yeah, I think Drew's got more things to say.
Oh, Sancho, that's beautiful.
But CM Punk is now coming out. Jadon Sancho had nice dribble by Jadon. Oh man, that was saucy by Jadon. It just couldn't get his shot away.
Wow, this is CM Punk's first singles match.
He didn't take two touches too many, bro. He just tried to fork out of space and he just couldn't fork out of space for the shot. But yeah, back to my left, CM Punk is now entering the ring. Drew McIntyre is waiting for him. This match is hopefully, this match will be very, very good.
Apparently, it's been 2014 was the last time CM had a singles match
in WWE
on a pay-per-view. Yeah,
because he left around that time.
Yeah, so literally 10 years later.
10 years.
And you know what I like about this? I like that there's no belt involved. We're just gonna. Sometimes I just want to see a high-profile match. You don't need
two guys who hate each other.
Yeah. You guys, we're eating UK snacks. Wait, where's that? This is called a penguin.
It's upside down, but yeah,
it's just reflecting backwards. Camera. They also have a joke on it. Did you know the fastest recorded penguin swimming speed is 22 miles per hour? Whoa. Why don't penguins like rock music?
Wait, the fastest swimming speed for penguin is 22.
That's fast.
That's not that fast.
I mean, if a car drives
20
for a
miles an
little
hour.
penguin.
I don't know. For some reason, I thought it'd be quicker. Yeah, you're right.
Okay. Why don't penguins like rock music? Oh, sugar.
3-0 to Liverpool. Easy.
Oh, sorry.
Look, they're dancing. The Liverpool players are dancing now. Look to my right, and Liverpool just scored the third. They're scoring goals while dancing on us. Every single time they attack, every single time Liverpool attack, they look like they're going to score. Carving us open every single time. Like I said, guys, we can be happy that Ineos are doing certain deals efficiently and all of these things, right? But we can't forget, and I will never forget the football that we played last season and how bad it was. Not much has changed, or not much will change after signing 2 players and keeping the same manager who implemented the same style of play. Like, it's so annoying to go to my right and see some shit football from Man United and then go to my left and see some crazily stupid fun wrestling. Like, I don't even want to see the rest of this match. Like, I want to turn the TV off. I'm being honest. I don't want to see the rest of this crap.
It's good. I think it's good that you are watching it because there are a lot of reactors who are not going to be watching this and don't watch every single game even. So for you to have a broader picture, a holistic picture, and it's preseason, and you are playing a lot of the newer, younger players that won't make it into your first team.
I always have to caveat this, guys, and say that this is not the first team. There's a lot of the first team here, but there is no Kobe Manu. There's no Bruno will probably play.
Anthony's on.
The defense is naked. You know, we don't even have Maguire.
No, CM Punk is crazy.
Punk. Sorry. So there's no Diego Dallo. There's no Martinez. I don't really rate Garnacho that highly as a footballer, but there's no Garnacho. So I have to, take everything into context. But at the same time, Liverpool are playing with youngsters as well.
Oh, okay.
So
I saw Jota.
Yeah, I mean, I think this is a stronger Liverpool team than it is a Man United team.
That's true. I agree with that.
But it's a fact that we haven't really created anything, which is what's disappointing. They seem to know what they're doing. Oh.
Casemiro. It's been all CM Punk since this match started,
Yeah. All right, cool. That's a decent attack by Man United. I just feel like we are a team that last season were exposed to the transition. Whether we played Wolves in the first game or played Crystal Palace where we got beaten 4-0 by Crystal, whatever it was, we just got punched up anytime they counterattacked us. And Liverpool, the 3 goals that Liverpool scored were all quick goals on a transition. We just got punched up. So not much has changed. And that is my disappointment. Pre-season, new season, are we seeing new tactics? What are the coaches going to be doing this season? It's going to be very interesting. I hope the bubble that a lot of United fans have been burst now, and we now understand the work that's been done, because Ten Hag winning the FA Cup has made everybody just forget the 50 games, 60 games we played in the season where we played the shittest football I've ever seen. And we finished 8th. I hope everyone now can understand, and it's brought some reality back. This boils back down to earth, I think, this result. Because Arsenal lost against Liverpool. And everyone is thinking Liverpool are going to be one of the teams that don't make it into the top 4. I don't know. I don't know what we can interpret in pre-season games, but based on what I'm seeing now, I think Liverpool will be one of those teams that will be in the top 4 this season. I really do. But we will see. We will see. Let's see the chat. If there's any messages in the chat. Celtistic, double watch along is fun. And Turkish has said this is a crazy 3-0. Yeah, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. Like I said, I'm happy that I'm watching this on my right and I get to watch something fun on my left in wrestling. Otherwise, I'll just be cussing. I'll just be annoyed and I'll be getting pissed off. So, what is Drew McIntyre? Whoa.
My lord.
All right, let's watch some wrestling a little bit.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Look at Seth laughing. Oh my gosh. Oi.
Seth has just been relaxing during this match. Seth's outfit is crazy. He came out in this huge coat that's just stripy like a ref's coat.
Do you know what? Like I said, yeah. Anybody who disses any of the women for wearing anything, you can't. You've lost the right to diss anybody wearing anything ridiculous because you guys sing and cheer the one human being in wrestling who wears the most ridiculous outfits. You guys
Flamboyant,
love him. Yeah,
crazy.
So you guys have lost the right, and Cody Crybabies have lost the right to complain about anything ever in your life. In your life, you lost that privilege. You lost that right now because you guys literally cried. The grown-ass men went on the internet to cry, to raise this, and to make a movement of Cody. Listen, it was the most pathetic beta thing I've ever seen in my life. But it is what it is. It is what it is.
I would enjoy Cody Rhodes more if he didn't get pushed down our throats and that. But then a lot of people will say that about Roman Reigns back in the day. They were tired of Roman.
Yeah, yeah.
Now we're begging for him to come back.
Everybody gets pushed. I mean, it's whether you see it or not. If you like the person that's getting pushed down your throat, you don't see it as they're getting pushed down your throat. So if you like the person, like if you like Rhea Ripley, you like the fact that she's getting pushed down your throat and you won't see it as she's getting pushed down your throat because you like her. You think it's just. But it's all the same. It's booking. It's everybody who's in the limelight is getting pushed. The push down your throat is only in reference to the fact that you don't like the fact that they've been pushed.
Yeah, that's true. It's contextual.
Yeah, of course it is.
And subjective. It's not objective at all.
Cody winning 2 Royal Rumbles back to back is a disgrace, in my opinion.
Yeah, I didn't like that.
It should never happen. But it is what it is.
Because
a lot of people would not call that him being pushed down our throats. They'll be like, well, it's happened before. No. I'm like, listen, they could have given that 2 Royal Rumble mantle to Batista, to Undertaker, to The Rock, to Roman, to many wrestlers that came before him. And I don't think Cody Rhodes is that wrestler that deserves to win back-to-back Royal Rumbles. He's going to go down in history as one of the few that's done it.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, I don't know. When I look at Cody, he's not tall, he's not big, he's not strong. So the idea of him beating Roman Reigns after Roman Reigns tries so hard to beat Brock Lesnar, I don't know. It's just, I don't know. I would prefer to see the whole bloodline thing. I think the bloodline thing is more interesting. The bloodline thing was before Cody even came back, and it will probably be there after Cody drops the title. Like, Cody is not strong enough by himself to head a program. Hence why Cody always has to have 100 people involved.
I've noticed
in all of his matches. He has to rely on the heat of the bad guy to get things over. Cody has to rely on other things. The Rock came back and helped Cody get over, and did all these things. Cody is just not strong enough by himself, in my opinion.
I agree.
But
I see him as more of a mid card, like going for
yeah.
intercontinental.
upper mid card. I can see why after a couple of years he left AEW and they got bored of him, because his whole politician thing, the suit thing, what do you want to talk about? And after a while, you can see that getting a bit dry. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe the WWE crowd are not as, you don't think they're more emotional than other crowds, or maybe they won't see it like how we see it. So they'll stick with Cody for longer. But for me, I can see it getting old. It's either two things are going to happen. It's either Cody is going to have to use everybody to maintain his status and therefore make everyone look silly around him, or we're going to get bored very quickly with regards to Cody. I don't know. We'll see. So CM Punk is pinning. Oh my gosh.
CM. Seth took the chair away from Drew.
What is Drew McIntyre doing? He's pulled out
the bracelet.
He's pulled out CM Punk's bracelet. Anyway, Claymore. Oh, he kicked from CM Punk.
Whoa.
Swinging net breaker, CM Punk, and now he's energized. Punk's a bit sloppy now. You can tell Punk is older.
Yeah.
He left WWE 10 years ago. There's a lot of things he just can't do in the ring like he could.
Yeah.
And you could tell he's not the same guy. I think, personally, Drew should beat CM Punk.
I agree.
After everything Drew's been through and losing his titles and all of these things. 2 running knees to Drew McIntyre.
As Punk looks very tired right now.
Yeah, he's out of breath. He's not an athlete, CM Punk, and he never was an athlete. He's never had, like, you know, everyone goes gym and has chest muscles and all these things. Like, what? He doesn't look fit, really, CM Punk.
He's been taken off from the stretcher.
Oh, McIntyre's kicked out.
Punk straight back to hold him down again.
Wow, so CM Punk's got Drew in a
He wants to take his bracelet back.
Oh, he wants his bracelet to come off. Haha. CM Punk is taking his bracelet back.
Now Drew can beat him.
That's what he wanted. He wanted his bracelet back. Claymore.
Whoa. Okay, Drew. It's done. It's done now.
1, 2. Oh! Kicked out for CM Punk. CM Punk has just kicked out of the Claymore.
Wow.
On our SummerSlam screen to my left, which is going off. The SummerSlam pay-per-view is so far quite decent. Quite good, actually. I've enjoyed it.
Yeah, because I didn't have loads of expectations going in. Who's that, Anthony? No.
I think Amas. Guys, who's gone off injured? I think Amas has gone off injured. Who's injured?
You're not trying to get
injuries. Is it Evans?
Pre-season.
Or is it Evans? Because he looked like Evans is injured.
Someone with long hair.
It wasn't long. It was just normal.
Longer than Mo Salah. I'm thinking of Mo Salah's hair short, but yeah. Wow, I now can't tell who's going to win this match. I feel like they were letting CM was leading it. then Drew took over. But now, are they really going to have CM Punk lose to Drew McIntyre at a pay-per-view when everyone loves CM Punk? I think they should, but...
I want this to happen.
Oh, Drew's got these circular bruises on his legs. Looks like he's had cuffing or something.
I'm not gonna lie, yeah. Liverpool are not even like playing through the midfield at all. I'm watching the Liverpool Man United game. What's going on there? It's so confusing. So Rollins, I'm watching. Okay, Rollins is wearing CM Punk's bracelet now.
Yeah.
What? CM Punk is now confronting Rollins. Oh, of course. So now that we have Drew McIntyre hitting CM Punk, and Seth Rollins is now. So Seth Rollins is okay. So CM Punk's got Seth Rollins. Go to sleep. Covered Drew McIntyre, and Seth Rollins is nowhere to be seen because he's being knocked out. Kick out. Drew McIntyre's kicked out.
This is his like payoff, because Drew lost in some really unfair ways. So now they're like making CM Punk lose in an unfair way.
So now CM Punk is confronting Seth Rollins. Anyway, what I was going to say, guys, when it comes to the football that we're also watching, is that Liverpool are so direct, and that's the problem. We're playing, I guess, a more possession-based game. We also need to learn how to be direct, and we haven't been too direct in this game, where Liverpool seems to, when they need to, go direct from the defense straight to Mo Salah, straight to their runners, and they're making intelligent runs behind our back line that our defenders can't keep up with. Either they're not quick enough, in both situations, they're not quick enough mentally to spot the run, and they're not quick enough in terms of physical speed to track their runners. Time and time again, Liverpool just keep kicking the ball over the top of United's defense. Just long balls, similar to the goals they scored against Arsenal. Just one long ball over the top, and that's it. What?
CM Punk just picked up Seth on his back and slammed him onto the floor.
So onto my left, guys, the SummerSlam watch along. This match is wild. Claymore to CM Punk.
Now, Seth's going to be on Drew's side more than CM.
Oh my gosh.
Seth's the second time.
Wow, Drew's done it. Drew's done it. Drew's done it, guys. McIntyre. Da-na, da-na, na. What a! I think is I knew as soon as they told us that Seth Rollins was going to be the special guest referee, we knew there were going to be some shizzle McNizzle shenanigans. Some shizzle fizzle bizzle shenanigans, and of course they were. And we're going to see the same BS or similar sort of shenanigans, I think, in the main event with Solo Sikoa and the Bloodline and Cody Rhodes. The right decision was for Drew McIntyre to win.
He's kissing the bracelet.
That to me is a correct decision, and I'm glad Drew won. Drew deserves it, man. Yeah. Drew, I'm tired of seeing Drew get screwed time and time again. Let me see what the crowd is saying.
It cost him an opportunity to silence Drew McIntyre.
There you go, guys. I'm glad Drew's won.
Punk's also realizing he's like, I can't do long matches anymore.
Yeah, Punk did look a bit unfit.
No, Aaron.
Is it Aaron Wan-Bissaka?
What happened to Aaron? Why is the Man United team dropping like flies every preseason game?
I don't know, guys. We're gonna have to talk about this as well because every time I look left at the SummerSlam watch along, then look up to the United game, our players down on the floor, dying. And with the injuries that we keep having, I don't know, is it the Arsenal doctor that we've just got last season?
Yeah.
We've got your doctor now.
He's a plant.
And all our players just keep dying. Rasmus is dead. Like, I'm surprised Rashford started this game. I think it might have been Evans or Amas. I didn't actually see guys that went off injured. I don't know what this would have done. What has this taught us? Apart from the fact that we're nowhere near and we're still far off. It's just, I don't know, man. Well, Call of Duty, you got Rhea, Cody, and Rey Mysterio in Call of Duty. That's a big deal, you know.
Yeah, and you got Bianca in Fortnite.
But we didn't see that advertised on WWE. We saw the Fortnite stuff all online, right? Yeah. WWE themselves never advertised it.
No.
So yeah,
very power bombs.
very interesting on my left to see this Call of Duty promo with these 3 wrestlers.
Yeah, they've covered a good range of consumers because they've gone for the female, who's also Australian. You've got the American guy, and then you've got
no black people.
That's the thing.
I think with Triple H now, especially Triple H is known to have done blackface, we're going to get we've already seen what sort of programming and what sort of people Triple H likes, with likes of DIY and whatnot. We're going to get a very interesting program.
I'm worried about Aaron Wan-Bissaka because underneath his shirt he has some sort of like heart monitoring thing on himself as well. Is he not well, or
what the thing that everyone has that you said?
No, but this is different. It's also another strap underneath it. But anyway, he's okay.
Yeah. I wish I didn't do the watch along to this game now. Like, I think this SummerSlam or watching SummerSlam at the same time has saved my life. It saved me because this game is so bad. From a Manchester United perspective, this game is so bad.
Come on, Anthony.
Like, it's so bad. You look like little boys trying to play football.
It's very weird. Oh.
All right, so I'm looking left and I'm seeing the interaction between Finn Balor and Damian Priest, and I'm going to call it right now. Dom screwed Rhea. Finn is going to screw Damian.
That's why I said I'm sorry too, you know, because he's giving us a little cryptic clue.
Exactly that.
Oh, wow.
Finn is apologizing to Damian because he knows what he's going to do. He's going to screw Damian out of his title. That's what I think. That's what I honestly think. So we will see.
Wow.
We have 6 minutes left of the Manchester United Liverpool game. And like I've said throughout this game, I just haven't been impressed with United. We've seen this type of football all last season with different players. So let's not pretend it's the players that are the reason. We saw with the likes of Hoyland and Garnachos and Bruno, we saw this type of football anyway last season. Oh, wow. So it's not just the players, it's how the manager has got us to play as well. It's both. And both things can be true at the same time. We can say that, you know what? The players that are playing are not the first team or might not be good enough. However, the type of football that have been implemented, especially last season, were just not good enough by the manager and by the coaching staff. And I need to see an improvement in the style of play. That's what I've said all the time. I want to see an improvement in our style of play, regardless if we get better players or not. That's what I want to see. And I don't know if we are seeing that yet. Anyway, on my left, it is a promo for the Damian Priest and Gunther World Heavyweight title match, where Gunther is probably saying his typical, I'm a white European and I'm better than all of you, which is essentially what he says all the time. I'm some elite human being. I want to bring prestige back to this sport, blah, blah, blah. That's his messaging to all of us. That's not exactly what he says, but I think we're intelligent enough to know the undertone, because we live in Europe. We live in Europe and we know about people like Gunther, or characters. We know about characters like Gunther, so we know what he's trying to portray and what his character is. We know that. We can see.
We have some
Americans probably don't see it as clearly as we see it.
Yeah.
His character.
Because a European villain to you guys is just, that's cool. It's normal. The bad English guy or the German guy, or but it's not. Don't that. Forget, it's something else.
Before racism started in America, don't forget all the white people came from Europe before they were even in America. So that white supremacy that's in America, it was here. It started originally in Europe.
Yeah.
Like let's use our brains. So yeah, it's very interesting. I'm not saying, by the way, Gunther, as in the human being, the person. I'm not talking about him. I'm talking about the character he's playing.
Yeah.
Just in case people just get the two mixed up.
Yeah, it's not Gunther himself.
not the person. It's just the character he's portraying. He's probably a very good guy. He's probably a very nice guy. And anytime I see him do interviews, I'm like, this is a really nice guy.
And he's married to an Asian lady.
Yeah, he plays a dick character, but as a human being, he seems like a good human being. I'm just talking about the character he is portraying, which is a dick, right? He's a dick. I just wanted to make that clear, because the two kayfabe is a thing, man. And sometimes when we talk about wrestlers, people get like confused that we're talking about the actual person rather than the character sometimes that they're portraying, you know?
Yes. Yeah, sometimes you have to just remind people.
2 minutes left of this dry, dull, boring game. From a Man United perspective, if you are a Liverpool fan, you are happy with this game. Listen, Man United have not threatened Liverpool in any way in this match. Let me see. Let me get some aura. Let me feel the vibe now that Gunther is walking to the stadium, walking to the ring. Gunther, the ring general. Gunther, C A B C D E F G H. Gunther.
Gunther. Oh yeah.
Whatever this guy does, Gunther. Imperium. So we've had 2 titles change hands. Bayley, thank you. Najak said thank you. His title's mine. And Braun Breaker Very quick match against Sami Zayn. Said, thank you. The title is mine. Will another title change hands here? As I've said before, I think Judgment Day will implode. And I have a feeling Damian Priest and Finn Balor will start a little rivalry, maybe, after Finn Balor comes out and maybe screws Damian Priest. Then it'll be revealed that Dominic and Finn Balor and Liv Morgan have been in on something for a while. And they hate the fact that, I don't know, Dominic and Rhea, sorry, they hate the fact that Damian and Rhea are bossing them around.
Yeah.
They try to make them feel small. There's no leader in Judgment Day, but you guys have assumed some position of being some leader and whatever. Disgruntled employee business.
Yeah.
Maybe is the route they might take. If I assume, you know, Damian loses and drops the belt because of Finn's interference. But we will see, guys. We'll see. It's going to be very interesting.
You know why I think you're right, and I think he will drop it. The way they just did the promo,
Yeah.
they were showing how he started, where he got to, him winning the belt, and everyone being so happy for him, hugging Triple H, hugging, you know, the whole Judgment Day, being excited. But I don't really care to see another long reign of Gunther holding a belt, but I get that he hasn't held this belt before.
Yeah,
it was the other Intercontinental one he was holding.
No, he outlived the Intercontinental title a long time ago. He should have dropped it. He hijacked the belt and the belt suffocated, man. He held it for too long. If he does win this one, he can't hold it for as long as he held it. He can't do that. It was too. After a while, it was like, come on. This does only help. This only helps Damian because this might make Damian into more of a baby face. And Damian doesn't need a long reign for us to believe that he can be champion. Like, this was just WWE saying, okay, let's give it to him for like 2 or 3 months. Let's let people get used to the fact that he's champion. Like, once he loses this, people can be booing. And people are going to want him to regain it, which is what WWE want. So
him over. He's now the face. Like
yeah. It's now, if he was champion a year ago, it wouldn't have been believable. But they've managed to make him legitimate. They've legitimized him a lot, Damian Priest, which is their plan. He's one for the future, and now he's here now. So I don't even think him losing a title will hurt him that much, personally. I really don't.
No, and I think him taking his time coming out and enjoying the crowd is kind of letting us know he's taking it all in for the last time as champion. But
we'll see.
We're good at this,
anyway,
guys.
The United game is coming to an end. I'll be very interested to see what other YouTubers, what other people think of this performance, whether people say it's the worst performance ever. And final whistle has gone. 3-0 to Liverpool. Whether it's the worst performance ever or whether it's we don't have our first team, we don't have these players, we don't have X players. Excuse. Listen, those are 2 extreme views. It's either this is a really, really bad performance, the worst performance of pre-season, and it's giving us trauma regarding last season, or we have half of our first team missing. We got no first team defenders apart from Aaron Wan-Bissaka. No genuine first team defenders playing. Half of our midfield not playing, and so we were always going to lose against Liverpool. Listen, both views are extreme ends of the spectrum. I think the truth is somewhere in the middle. I don't think United played well at all, given the players that they had available. However, at the same time, they didn't have a lot of their players available. So, nuance. I'm not going to give like a long post-match analysis on this one because I think I've said enough during the program, during the 90-minute performance. We didn't really create too much. Liverpool are very compact. They got their defense back very quickly when we tried to counter-attack. A lot of our defenders, Johnny Evans, Lindelof, they didn't have the required speed and mobility to track their runners. young Amas at left back had a bad game against Mo Salah. Like it showed that he's. By the way, guys, we are watching wrestling. We are watching SummerSlam, and the Gunther Damian Priest match has begun. So we are watching it at the moment. We are keeping an eye on that match. But just giving my final thoughts on the Man United Liverpool game, I will say that yes, like I said, young Amas didn't have a good game either. Once again, showed that he's not ready. So I guess the more I look at it, the more I analyze it, there's a lot of players that are just not. That Lindelof, we need to sell him. Evans should be our fifth choice defender. Aaron Wan-Bissaka probably won't be here in the next 4 or 5 days.
Yeah.
Amas doesn't even play for the first team. He's not even in the first team squad, really. So we played against Liverpool's first starting forwards with a defense that wouldn't start for us.
Yeah.
But going forward, we just couldn't get the ball to our attacking players. And not only didn't we get the ball to our attacking players, we couldn't sustain attacks. We couldn't sustain attacks at all. And that is a problem. I've said this last season. It's all good being a transition team and trying to play on the break and whatever. But what happens when you lose the ball? We have to be able to do what Arsenal and Man City do, which is pin teams back when they're playing in a low block, pin teams back, rotate the ball and sustain attacks. If the pass isn't on, just give it back and move around. In order to sustain attacks and play in the front foot, you have to keep moving the ball, and your players have to keep adopting different positions and adopting and changing positions and finding new space. You can't stand still. If you want to pin a team back and keep the ball, you have to move into different positions in order to receive the ball. We had Mason Mount, who's not comfortable on the ball. He's not really comfortable playing a possession game. He's a runner, and he goes missing often. You know, Mason Mount goes missing often, and he's supposed to be playing that number 10 role, the architect role. He was nowhere to be seen. And I'm tired of watching United games where I feel like the fans give certain players a free ride, like Mason Mount, wearing the number 7 shirt. I know he was injured for large parts of last season, but he's not good enough. We need to get rid of this player. The forwards, I'm not going to blame the forwards too much. And the reason why I'm not going to blame the forwards too much is because we've seen what they did against, how they played against Arsenal. We saw how they played against Real Betis, and they were decent. They were mobile. They moved the ball around. They changed position, and in many times during those games, they looked good. That won't be our front three for most of the season. Zexi will come in, and of course Rasmus will probably come in once his injury is healed. But I'm not going to blame the strikers too much. I know a lot of people will start talking about Jadon Sancho. He didn't have the greatest game, but whenever he was on the ball, he looked good. He looked tidy. Ahmad didn't have his greatest game either. So if we're going to blame Jadon and look at Jadon and say he didn't have a good game, we're going to have to say Ahmad didn't really have a good game either, and neither did Rashford. We have to keep it consistent on this channel and be honest and not be biased. All I can say is what I saw with my eyes, and that's it. So I don't think there's another preseason game after this one before the Man City game on Sunday, next Sunday. Tell me if I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. By the way, guys, I'm talking about the Man United Liverpool game while at the moment watching Damian Priest and Gunther beat the crap out of each other. They're going at it. But yeah, to conclude with regards to the Man United Liverpool game, we've got a lot to do. I thought we would do better than what we did against Liverpool, knowing that it's a new manager. And a new manager is going to implement a new system, and it might take the time for the players to get used to it and all of these things. But Liverpool have beaten Arsenal and thrashed Man United, because it could have been 4 or 5-0 today. So everybody who's saying that Liverpool haven't made any signings and Liverpool are in trouble, Liverpool are in danger on all my days, and they're going to finish outside the top 5. They haven't done anything, and all the Liverpool fans are crumbling and saying FSG out and all these things. At the same time, you guys are slapped up. Liverpool have slapped up 2 of their rivals, Arsenal and United. So how are you going to assess that? How are you going to take that? Very, very interesting. Maybe Liverpool don't need too many signings. Maybe we just need to see what this new manager can get out of the players that he currently has at his disposal before we get into the transfer market. Liverpool fans, tell me if I'm wrong. I don't know. But you guys should be very happy with your performance over the preseason. Very happy. Yeah, Gunther is just chopping Damian Priest, and Damian Priest is giving, yeah, this is going to be a very aggressive. Whoa! Wow. Okay. It's going to be a very aggressive, violent match. Wow, look, Gunther is already bleeding. He's already bleeding. Wow, he's broken his skin. Anyway, guys.
Whoa.
Yeah, in terms of United, yeah, it was one of those matches that I wish I didn't stay up to watch. And because I'm watching SummerSlam as well, SummerSlam has saved my mood. It has, because while watching wrestling to my right, while watching football to my right, which is pissing me off, I get to watch these guys fuck each other up. And it's fun.
Yeah, it's fun. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Like, obviously, I'm not good at analyzing football the way you are, but I am a little bit surprised by Man United 3-0.
Yeah.
It is, and it's gonna haunt you guys over the next couple of days until the season starts, and it shouldn't really, because it's just one preseason game, and you're supposed to look at it in the whole context of everything. But the bragging rights of the Liverpool, and it's just going to be ridiculous.
It's going to be crazy. And hopefully it will make Ineos say, do you know what? Let's pay the fee for Delete. Let's pay the fee for Ugarte. Let's get these things done, because we need these players. Let's shift some players out now. Let's do it. And if this manager doesn't get top 4, I think he's gone before. If it doesn't seem like he's getting top 4, like by Christmas, if we're like in 7th or 8th position at Christmas time, I think Ineos are now prepared to make a decision. And that's why, in my opinion, there's a lot of media attention on Van Nistelrooy for that reason, so they can make a little switcheroo.
Yeah.
If shit hits the fan. But we will see, guys. I can't say it's been enjoyable. It's been an enjoyable match, because it hasn't been. It hasn't. From a Man United fan, the game was not enjoyable for me at all. But we will see. We won't get to see this team play again until the Community Shield. So it'll be very interesting to see if Damian Priest, no way.
Oh, Gunther kicked out.
It'll be very interesting to see if the likes of Garnacho and Martinez, without playing any preseason matches, walk into this team at the Community Shield when we play Man City on Sunday, or will he play at a similar team? I don't know, guys. It'll be very interesting. There's going to be a lot more videos from me about Manchester United. As I've said before, please check out my last video about Amad Diallo, where I analyze him as a player, what he brings to Manchester United Football Club, and why I believe he should play on the right wing for Man United. So have a look at my latest video. And I think that's it, guys. I'm not going to talk about Man United anymore. No more football talk. We are now going to finish this stream with SummerSlam talk. If you've got any questions for me with regards to the football match, Man United Liverpool game, just comment below and I'll answer any questions you have. But from this point, we're just going to enjoy the rest of SummerSlam, guys. I think we deserve it, and I think I deserve it after watching that shit show of a match. So yeah, let's focus on the rest of this card.
They didn't do penalties today. They did it at the Arsenal match.
The Arsenal match was supposed to be some sort of tournament, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, because we can take... No, these matches are needed for your stream.
Mm-hmm.
Ah.
But if it needs more battery charge, which it should hold out. There's only one more match after this, right? Yeah. But you could probably... I guess you could put it on the TV as well. But it's obscured. The view's a bit obscured.
No, that's okay.
So maybe
wow, so we got Damian's like, bring it on. I think Damian is very smart to wear what he's wearing, because it would absorb all these chops from Gunther.
Yeah, and I noticed before the match even started, Gunther had a bruise on him, and the ref said something to him just before the match, and Gunther said, "Look down like that." And he went, "Yeah, I know." So they must have been practicing, doing a test run earlier.
That's clearly the skin that he broke. Then the same place where the bruise is. That was primed to be broken. That skin. Oh, Finn Balor's
here.
Finn Balor's out there on the ring.
Even though he said, "Don't come out."
Yeah. I told you guys.
Oh.
So Finn Balor is at ringside cheering on Damian Priest. Like I said, this match, it was never going to be a spectacular match. It wasn't going to be a match where guys were jumping from the top ropes and doing moonsaults or whatever and interchanges and locks and all these things. It was going to be a very, very aggressive, Sheamus-like, Gunther-like sort of brawling match.
Mm-hmm.
Some people like that sort of wrestling because it reminds them more of a fight.
True.
While some people don't like it because it's not wrestling. It's more brawling. But each to their own. Wow. Gunther is bleeding.
And he rubbed it in his head.
Took the blood and rubbed. That's the thing about wrestling. That's why I couldn't be a wrestler, guys. I couldn't be a wrestler and take blood and rub blood all over my head and all over my face and just be wrestling with people with their blood all over my face, and some of their blood will be going to my mouth and all these things. I couldn't be a wrestler. No way.
I'll be a ring announcer though. I wouldn't mind doing that.
Smell of ice.
I remember back in the day, Smell of Ice used to be like, there used to be so many adverts on TV. Uh-oh, Finn got... Oh, that's going to make Damian angrier. Like, you hurt my friend.
Wow, look at that blood. Ugh. All right, Damian Priest is now flipping saying, listen, I want blood too. I'm taking my vest off so you can cut my skin as well.
My lord.
Let me take my vest off so you can cut my skin. Oi! Is Damian going to win? Is it powerbomb from Damian?
Wow. That is not easy to lift up Gunther.
Razor's edge from Damian.
But Gunther got right away.
South of Heaven choke slam from Damian Priest. Is it? No, Gunther is rolling.
He can put his leg on there.
No way!
Finn!
No way! Finn Balor and Dominic. I told you. I knew it.
Oh my god.
When I think Liv Morgan was there because of Finn.
Yes.
Don't forget when we said
we saw them talking backstage a couple times.
It's making sense.
Oh man.
It's making sense to me. It's making sense to me.
This is crazy. I cannot.
And Damon saw it on the replay.
Oh, show yourself, Demon Finn Balor.
Yeah, Finn Balor. Maybe turn the volume up, guys, so you can hear this reaction from the crowd. It's crazy.
Especially like this.
This is more important than this match.
From behind, taking advantage. Locking it
Oh, he's gonna lose.
on Damian Priest. Middle of the ring.
Wow. Wow.
Whoa, look at Finn's
Wow,
face.
Finn's just staring at him.
My gosh. Finn's got the evil demon Finn.
I'm not gonna lie, this is one of the best runs Finn's had. Finn's been tag team champion twice in probably the stable, one of the biggest stables in wrestling. Like, what?
Yes, Damian. Fight, fight, fight. Fight, KO, fight. That's it.
Oi! Look at Finn.
Now it's your turn, Finn.
Damien is not paying attention to what's going on. You've lost.
They're going to lift his arm up and he's not going to... Come on, Damian. Don't let Finn ruin it for you.
Wow. Damian Priest is going to lose. I can feel it.
Oh, this is wild.
This is crazy. It's done. It's done.
Wow.
Here's your winner.
Gunther wins his first World
Boo.
Heavyweight Championship.
Boo.
Arguably.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well done. Well done. At the end of the day, SummerSlam has entertained me. I can't say I have not been entertained. This is supposed to be the third biggest pay-per-view, so we are expecting WrestleMania level shizzle.
Mm-hmm.
So the main event, I'm expecting Roman now. Like this is the levels that they've done now.
They've set it up
the whole
high.
Dominic did what he did to Rhea and Liv Morgan. Now Finn and Damian Priest, what happened there? CM Punk, Seth Rollins and Drew, that was insane. Drew winning, but CM Punk and Seth have unfinished business. Clearly, that's going to bottle over, right? New Intercontinental champion in Braun Breaker.
Yeah.
Within 10 minutes, he beat Sami Zayn. Powerhouse, powerful. New women's world heavyweight champion in Nia Jax.
Yes.
Finally, this pay-per-view so far, let's be real, guys. In terms of match quality, you can say it's been here or there in terms of match quality. But in terms of incidences and surprises and entertainment value, it's been up there.
Yeah.
Up there. It has entertained so far. And the main event is still yet to come. So
his wife.
He's rubbing his blood on everybody.
Oh.
He's managed to reach the top of the mountain, Gunther. He has the biggest prize in wrestling. There's one belt that's arguably higher, but the fact that the belt that's arguably higher than this one, which is the undisputed one, is on Cody Rhodes, who I think Gunther should be able to beat.
Yeah.
Technically, you can then argue that he's holding the top belt. I mean, he's on Raw.
Yeah.
Gunther. So this is the top belt that he can get. So in a space of, let's say, 2 to 3 years, Gunther has come into wrestling, been on the main roster, and won the main belt. without having to be pushed down our throats the way Cody Rhodes has, without having to win back-to-back Royal Rumbles like
true.
Cody Rhodes has,
True.
without having to beat the bloodline and squash all of these. Like, he has squashed a lot of people, let's be honest, he has. But he's managed to do it without us feeling that he's been shoved down our throats. It feels legit when Gunther does what he does, because he's legit a big guy. He's legit a badass. So it doesn't feel fake. Whereas the Cody Rhodes thing feels like, what do you want to talk about? It just feels, no, go away, Cody. So listen, in terms of his character, I don't like Gunther. I don't like him. But this is wrestling, right? Which is kayfabe, and it transcends all of these things. So based on what I'm seeing, based on the work that's been put in by the person, based on the matches that he's put on, I think that was the right call. In terms of the entertainment value, storytelling, I think that was the right call. And now we can all say, I can't wait to see what happens on Raw.
Yeah.
Which is
the first time.
Which is the whole point.
In a while.
Yeah, because after I don't know, let's say the past 2 months, we've both been saying that both Raw and SmackDown are losing us a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
We're not very enthusiastic. We don't rush home. We don't watch it live. Sometimes we take 2 or 3 days to watch it. Raw's out in the UK. Raw's out. We can watch it live if you want to, but we usually watch it.
It's 1 a.m. on a Monday night, and
Yeah,
so it's just late for us working and stuff.
So we usually watch it the next day on Tuesday, but even then, we often leave it till Wednesday or Thursday to watch it because we're just not enthusiastic to watch it these days. Whereas after this pay-per-view, I reckon we'll be more enthusiastic to see what happens. I'm glad Rhea didn't win. If Rhea won her title and everyone retained, I'll be like, oh, whatever. But the fact that Rhea lost is a good thing.
Yeah, it's showing me that they're not scared to freshen it up. They're not. You don't. And also, big characters don't always need a belt. You don't need to hold the title. You can still have an interesting storyline. This Liv, Dominic, even Liv is surprised that Dominic. She says, "Really?"
I don't know, man. This is really good. Dominic's wife is a good sport. And I'm not quite sure if Liv Morgan's married. I don't think she is.
I don't think she is.
But Dominic's wife is a good sport to let this happen because it's one of those ones where they don't need to tell this story.
Yeah. Wrestling, you don't expect your spouse in wrestling to be
There's many stories they could tell. In fact, they didn't even need to kiss. They could have just hugged or put their heads together like this or anything, but they made, do you know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. It's very interesting. It's not my type of story, but I'm still interested to see what happens next, which is the whole point. The whole point is to keep our eyes on the product. So what's happening now then? What's going on? Is that R-Truth? What's happening?
The Miz and R-Truth, because the Miz is hosting.
I'm not gonna lie.
Maurice is there as well today.
The Miz is supposed to be hosting, but it's the first time we've seen him. Like
he was there earlier.
In the ring or backstage? He was backstage, wasn't he?
Oh, he was backstage.
Was he? You tell me.
I heard him say before it started. He was out, but he might have been out here, like not actually gone away to the ring.
Fair enough.
You got a big house. Oh yeah, because he said you got. Where's the hors d'oeuvres? I don't even remember that in his head. Well done, Miz.
All right, so Miz is out to say that they have broken some sort of attendance record with 57,791 of MAGA. I'm joking.
Oh no!
I can't stand. Listen, Grayson Waller, they've done well with Grayson Waller. Grayson Waller is somebody that I legit cannot stand. Like, I thought I disliked Austin Theory, but I literally can't stand Grayson Waller. Yeah, so they've come in just to troll.
To be the heels.
Yeah. Troll a little bit, so these two can just kick them out the ring, I guess. Right, and get some cheap. What is that?
I don't know.
And to get cheered. Is that Machine Gun Kelly?
I think so.
Or who's that?
I know the big guy's Jelly Roll. Oh
The
no.
only man in history to make music worse than our truths. That is good.
Is Jelly Roll getting into the Jelly Roll? Well done, Jelly Roll. He put it down nicely.
You didn't want to hurt them. It's more like a. Yeah.
Dink. Oh, sugar. Look at the Miz. The Miz is a really good host, you know. Wow. Okay.
All right, Jelly Roll. All right, so we got some celebrity participation as we do in these things. I don't really know Jelly Roll. I don't know how big he is, but he's a country. What is he? Is he country music?
Country something, yeah.
Yeah.
Country rock
So-
and rap. He's actually
I hate the fact that they do John Cena's move. I hate the fact that John Cena's move, which is a copy of The Rock's People's Elbow, is the move that everyone wants to do, bruv. Like, that just annoys me. I don't know why it does.
I want to see. I see
Why
it's the
does-
Rock's move, the elbow.
Yeah, it's just interesting that because we don't like. I was answer we don't like, but we criticize LA Knight for certain things, where John Cena's literally got over and become the biggest star ever by taking from so many different black men. John Cena,
That's true.
rappers and wrestlers, he's just taken their gimmicks, and he's basically a Vanilla Ice parody of a black man. It kind of shows that white people, they're in love with black culture. They're in love with black culture, but they hate black people. So whenever you get a man like John Cena who just rips off black culture and portrays some sort of Vanilla Ice black man, your hustle with his hat and his chains and his shirts and baggy shirts and his all this stuff and copying the Rock's moves. Whenever we get a white guy that does that, he becomes the most over guy ever. But I reckon if a black guy did all of that stuff, he wouldn't be as over. Not in America, anyway. Which is always a shame, because in order to combat that bias that we see in the world, DEI exists.
Mm-hmm.
The whole point of DEI is to combat that inherent bias that a lot of people have.
Yeah. And then
So-
that they put into laws and procedures and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. But, like, I like John Cena, but I just can't get over the fact that his whole career is built on the back of him taking from certain things, certain people. And when you listen to him talk in his interviews, he's nothing like the character he portrays, really. But he is a bit now, because he's like, dude, I mean, be you and be yourself. And he is a bit now, but especially when he started, he wasn't. He wasn't really. So it is what it is, guys. We talk about these sort of things on this channel. We don't hide away from these sort of conversations. A lot of you might disagree with what we're saying, but I don't see why you would disagree, because John Cena has come out and he said Like even things like You Can't See Me, you'll know that's Tony Yayo from
Yeah.
G Unit.
And then he said he took it from him.
And he said he took it from him.
And
so,
then he purposely didn't say that he took it from him
yeah.
until years
So
later.
let's not lie. Like, even though the truth hurts, we can tell the truth, the uncomfortable truths, and still have a good conversation about it. And still like John Cena.
Yeah.
Still like the product. Still like LA Knight, even though LA Knight is a parody of The Rock. Still like these people, but also admit certain things. It doesn't, that's the thing. It's like, some people think it's one or the other. If you say all these things, you're hurting people, you hurt my feelings, or no, we can still say the truth and we still like them.
Yeah.
We still like John Cena, but we can admit that these things aren't original. I mean, The Rock himself would have taken many things from other wrestlers himself, of course. So it's a multi-layered conversation for sure. It's also quite interesting one.
So we are coming up now, guys, to the main event. We're seeing the promos for it right now. Cody doing his little promo. This new version of the Bloodline is definitely interesting to me. I think to both of us. It's been a nice invigoration and a difference because it creates a space now for when Roman does come back, for him to take a more face position to the heel version of the Bloodline. And I think they owe the Bloodline this. They owe the Bloodline, thank you. They owe them next year's WrestleMania to have the face Bloodline versus the heel Bloodline and have The Rock and the Roman in those two factions and let them do what they need to do.
After Cody Rhodes fucked with what would have been the biggest main event of all time, and all the Cody Rhodes crybabies destroyed what could have been something so entertaining.
Yeah.
Just to go with this Homelander, I believe the MAGA lot hijacked wrestling and decided to push this stupid Cody Rhodes thing. How can you literally have the best thing going in all of wrestling the last 4 years, the Bloodline? Yeah, the needle mover in all of wrestling.
No.
You have Cody Rhodes sitting and watching this thing from the outside, then getting a chance to come back to wrestling, to come back to WWE, then talking about there's more than one royal family, when all there is just his dad and his brother. The Bloodline literally has 100 people,
including Trinity,
and all of these people, and all Cody Rhodes literally has is his dad and his brother. Yeah, and because these racist people can't accept that the greatest wrestling family in the world are Samoans / black people, but mostly Samoans, right? Because Rock is half black.
Yes.
The fact that people can't accept that, they've pushed this narrative that this guy should be facing the Bloodline and this guy's family, because all we kept hearing is about your dad, Rhodes.
They kept talking about Dusty Rhodes.
Dusty Rhodes. I'm like, I've never heard so much Dusty Rhodes propaganda in the last year than I did ever. Like, no one spoke about Dusty Rhodes before, but because the Bloodline, the deep history of the Bloodline, they had to make Cody Rhodes and his dad bigger than he ever was.
Yeah.
Dusty Rhodes. Oh, my Dusty Rhodes, bro. Shut up about Dusty Rhodes. Dusty Rhodes was a decent wrestler, but come on, man. Like, I'm tired of hearing about it. It's nowhere near the Bloodline. So we had Cody Rhodes who saw what the Bloodline were doing and decided, you know what? I want a piece of that fame. And he somehow wormed his way into a Bloodline storyline, which should have been The Rock versus Roman Reigns, and punished all of us.
Yeah.
Because we saw the things. But the funniest thing is, these fans would be quick to be like, we don't want to see the main event again. We saw it already. We've seen it already. The first time in my life, people are pushing to see the same WrestleMania main event that they saw last year. Anyone else would have been like, we saw this already. Let's face someone else.
Yeah.
For some reason, it was, no. We want to see Cody against Roman again. even though Roman beat him. Like, the whole thing was just a mess. For me, I hated the whole thing. When Rock came back, The Rock was the best thing about that rivalry. By the way, guys, Solo Sikoa is coming out to the ring at the moment. But yeah, the whole thing, The Rock saved the whole thing. The promos The Rock was giving, how he was talking, I was like, nobody.
Mama Rhodes.
The Rock came back and he showed everybody that nobody is on his level.
Yeah.
Nobody's on his level. And he made that match so much more interesting.
Yep.
So much more interesting. So, based on that fact, and based on everything I've said, I believe what needs to happen is Roman needs to come back and reform the original bloodline and go against this new bloodline.
Yes. Yes.
That is the next best thing.
Mm-hmm.
And once again, take the title off Cody. Let Cody have some matches with other people. Let him go back to sort of the mid-upper card or the mid-card. Because I'm tired of Cody now as champion. I'm already tired. Already. His promos are very boring. He speaks in a very boring way.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just tired of Cody right now. So, at the same time, I don't think Solo should be champion yet. It might be too soon. And if I'm being honest, let me be 100. I haven't watched a Solo Sikoa match and been like, this is awesome.
Yeah.
Like, I've not seen a Solo match and been like, such a great wrestler. He's amazing. I think the Fatu, Jacob Fatu is a better wrestler than him.
Yeah.
Already. And I haven't even seen that much of him.
Yeah. Jacob Fatu's
and I think he would put on probably more intense, probably better matches than Solo. So despite the fact that I don't really want Cody to hold the title for too long, at the same time, I don't think Solo is ready to hold the title. And this whole blonde hair Homelander with the white dog, I just think his character makes racists too happy.
Yeah, he does.
That's what I think it is. It's like, it's not his. I think he knows what he's doing as well with the whole.
Yeah, of course he does.
Presidential gimmick, blonde hair, white dog. I think he knows what he's doing, and the fact that he's got a black wife, and
he has to know what it is.
Black wife, and the fact that he's leaning also into black culture. He's from Atlanta, right?
Mm-hmm.
And all these promos with black artists and all these things. He's kind of got that there. He's got the pass from black people. So he's got that black people pass where black people can fuck with him. But he also has got all that neck tattoos that
America
and racists will have, all these neck tattoos that... I'm not saying everyone who has a neck tattoo is racist, by the way. Come on, I'm not saying that. But when you're thinking of some sort of Nazi NF person, when you think of that human being who's a bit like that, you think of all these Nazi tattoos. Sometimes you think of... They do have a lot of neck tattoos. So he's playing into that as well.
So his brother.
With his white dog and all of these things. So I think he's like a Donald Trump. And that's why Roman Reigns calls him a politician.
Yes.
He's a politician because he knows what he's doing and he's playing sides and he's not being true to himself. And the whole Cody Rhodes character, for me, is just, it's just not authentic for me. It's so inauthentic. It's just yucky. And I think Americans, of all the people on this, and I don't even want to diss Americans, but half of you guys are voting for Donald Trump. Yeah. Let's be honest. So Americans are a lot of people on this planet. They're very quick to succumb to populism. They're very quick to succumb to inauthentic characters. Salesman.
Yes, the con man.
The con man.
Will you all? And the thing is,
and that's
you
because
want to be conned.
Yeah,
I don't like that.
Yeah, and that's because there's a lack of general critical thinking skills in that country, and it's by design,
on purpose. Yeah,
it's on purpose. They don't want you to ask why. They don't want you to think deeply and ask a lot of questions, so you don't figure things out. So somebody like Donald Trump can stand there and say,
"Who's that woman?
Kamala Harris is not black," and you guys will be like, "Yeah, you know what? She's not black." And you guys won't even question how stupid that is. It's like, yeah, man, I can't do the Cody Rhodes hype. I don't mind Cody. but I can't be like Cody, Rhodes, and
Oh
all
my lord. What is this?
What is he
ridiculous-
doing with that helmet? Oh,
Oh, that's so. I don't
and
even
that, and
like it at
also,
all.
well, the one thing I don't like about Cody Rhodes is that when Roman Reigns did so much work, to make wrestling cool. The Rock did so much work to make wrestling cool. I just feel like Cody, with all the gimmicks and all the colors and all the little headgear and the American, he's just making it all like gimmicky, and he's basically John Cena. Oh my gosh.
It doesn't make sense. Why have you got
Cody's
a
like
skull face?
Cody's like a John Cena that's
don't
making
get
it a bit too bubblegum for me. It's okay for the women like Bianca Belair to be a bit bubblegummy because she's a woman.
Yeah.
She's supposed to appeal to the little girls and stuff. I feel like Cody Rhodes it should only appeal to little boys. And if you're a grown 40-year-old man and you're crying about Cody Rhodes, I think you've got some serious issues. You should not be my age, look at this guy and feel some sort of great emotion and be like, oh my God, I don't believe in it.
Understand?
Because it's not real. This thing is not real. The bloodline is literally real. Like, you're my cousin, you're my brother, you're my uncle. This is the bloodline and we're the best. That's real. That thing transposes wrestling. You can, whether you're a wrestling fan or not, it's real. But this stuff is just too gimmicky. It's too bubblegum. It's too ugh. And I hate this song. Whoa! Anyway, my Cody Rhodes hate is over.
Someone's holding a sign that says overrated. A little kid, actually. That's funny about Cody. He is overrated. He is pushed.
My Cody Rhodes hate is done. I think I've said what I need to say.
I'll hate on him some more. Okay.
I never believed, that when Cody Rhodes came back, he'll manage to get this over based on this gimmick. He's called the American Nightmare. The American Nightmare. And he goes all around the world and the French people and everyone else to sing and go crazy over him, even though he's called the American Nightmare.
Solo's worked hard to get him. Like, when he came out, a lot of people were throwing up the ones, you know.
The fact that we had to do a Bloodline Rules match for Cody Rhodes again is like, oh, how many things do we need to do for this guy, bro? This match by itself, is not good enough to main event this match.
That's why I'm like, it's interesting. This is actually a come down.
Yeah,
to be the last match.
Yeah. The Drew McIntyre. I thought the Drew McIntyre CM Punk match after the whole 1 year build, would have main event in SummerSlam. But they've chosen to do this match, which has been in the making for like a month, right?
The only reason
Which makes me believe Roman Reigns is coming back. Otherwise, this should not be main event. I don't care if it's for the Undisputed Championship or not.
Yeah, it's quite annoying, really. They're gonna let Cody hold. If he doesn't lose it today, they're gonna hold this belt till WrestleMania.
Let's listen to the announcement.
Yeah. Representing the Bloodline from Las Vegas, Nevada, weighing in at 250 pounds, Solo Sikoa! And his opponent from Atlanta, Georgia, weighing in at 222 pounds, he is the undisputed WWE champion, the American Nightmare.
Why is he doing all that, man? He's doing too much. It has to be a main event for a reason. So either
I don't even think the match is going to conclude. Something will happen.
what time is it supposed to finish? Time it now. It's
already 3:30.
3:30.
So it must be finishing
4.
3:45, 4. Yeah, which is interesting because that means it's nearly a 4-hour pay-per-view today. But it is one of the bigger ones.
Mm.
And
It makes sense because WrestleMania is like 3 hours on Saturday, 3 hours Sunday, 6 hours. So this being 4 hours, it makes sense.
It also makes sense that the next pay-per-view is on the 31st in Berlin. So that's why Gunther also has the title now. So that when he goes to Berlin, he'll have the title.
This has been the only big pay-per-view over the last 3 or 4 years that Bianca Belair has not been a part of.
I know.
And there's no reason for her not to be a part of it as well. They could easily book it
As one of the top women in the whole company.
Yeah, but like I said, they're easing down on her, I think. Which is another reason why we don't watch as much. A lot of our favorite wrestlers are not being booked properly by Triple H.
Bobby Lashley.
Bobby Lashley, Street Profits.
Street Profits.
A lot of the people that look like me are being mistreated by Triple H.
Yeah.
Which is sad, but I expected that because that's Triple H, and not enough people are talking about it. Vince McMahon's racist, but Vince McMahon is a type of racist that's like almost will sell, and let's push almost, and let's push, like it was Vince's idea to push Bianca. So he's the kind of racist that understands that black people sell. Look at the Texas. Look at the stuff that came out with him and black
fetishizing black people.
So he's not the type of racist that hates black people, but he's the type of racist that's ignorant as much as he hates. Do you know what I'm saying?
The type of one who feels inferior.
Yeah.
And actually,
because at the end of the day, our truth and him and our truth are close.
Yeah.
You can't say that any black person is close with Triple H.
No.
I don't. You'll fail to tell me any black person is close to Triple H.
Mm-mm.
At least you can say our truth was kept by Vince. Vince pushed Booker T. Vince, all these things. You can still say he did treat some people right, but basically what I'm trying to say, Vince will still identify talent and push talent when he needs.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Where Triple H just wants to be there for his buddies, like DIY and all these people, and this. The way that he's booked Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair over the past 3 months, the kind of things that he's got them to say, it's more to do with the promos. The things that Rhea Ripley says and Liv Morgan says and their storyline and stuff that they're given compared to stuff that Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair are given to say on the microphone and the storylines they're given, the basic stuff like we're going to come for our titles. We're going to win our titles. It's like compared to the deep and intertwining storytelling that you're seeing with Rhea Ripley and other women, it's like night and day.
Yeah.
And so that's got nothing to do with the people. That's Triple H and the booking team. So it's like you can tell, you can just see it's clear as day. It's really clear as day.
I think that people need to understand that the depth and variety of character development and storyline, oftentimes when you are blinkered by lack of any, like, black people not being real to you in a way, or being not, of course they exist, but like
not being all being like the way that they
you don't understand culture.
Yeah, the way they write for some black people is like they're just caricatures.
Yes, caricatures rather than depth of person.
Yeah. So we never get to find the depth of some people because the people who are in the room formulating all the writing are treating them, are seeing them in a certain way.
Yeah.
I reckon if we got some more authentic black people in the writing room, we're gonna like the fact that someone like what's his name, Street Profits guy, Montez Ford, he's got more charisma, more energy than most of these people that are getting pushed.
Yeah.
But we never really hear him speak on the mic, and we don't hear him say certain things. Like, do you know what I'm saying? But we could.
Yeah.
If we had writers to write certain things for him properly.
Yes.
Anyway, it is what it is because there's some other stars who don't get good storylines either. So we can talk about these stars and make it a black-white issue. It's not a black and white. I mean, it is a black-white issue, but it's not a black and white issue. That makes sense.
It's nuanced.
It's more nuanced than what we're describing it to be. It is more nuanced because there are a lot of stars who are, mistreated by WWE, like Mustafa Ali and so on and so forth.
Yes.
So it is very complex, but I basically, I guess to summarize, I can say this before we start focusing more. I mean, this match has been okay so far. I would say that everyone is happy that Vince is gone, and you can argue he should be gone based on what he's done. He should be gone, but from a booking standpoint, let's not act like the last 25 years, 30 years of wrestling has been rubbish, because he's the reason why we all watch it right now.
Yeah.
How can we all tune into
Even
something
me.
and watch something that Vince has created while at the same time saying we're glad he's gone? Like the bloodline and everything else isn't Vince.
Yeah.
So we have to be honest and say Triple H taking over from Vince has had some really bad spots, some duds. The booking hasn't always been great in some parts, but in other parts it has been.
I think you just got to, you know how when you're working and they make you do all your personal development and stuff and your goals, someone needs to sit. This is often what happens with CEOs, CFOs, content officers, chief content officers. They don't have proper personal, like professional development. You don't have a coach or your manager sitting with you every month doing regular supervision of you. Like, what could you do better? What are you not? So you're just in this little echo chamber of you. Oh, this is a good idea, and everyone around you going, yeah, it's a great idea.
Yeah. Because at the end of the day, what's his name? That guy who's been let go with the walking stick. That looks like Bianca Belair's dad.
Oh yeah.
I forgot his name. MVP. MVP has been very vocal online about Triple H. Bobby Lashley hasn't said anything, but he's involved in that too. And those are my two favorite people. And they've been very vocal, saying what you want about Vince McMahon. Say what you want about Vince. And he's messed up. He's a messed up guy. But let's not act like Vince didn't push Omos to the moon as his big Nigerian, like with flipping AJ Styles as a big Nigerian monster, and had WrestleMania matches against big opponents and matches against Brock Lesnar. Let's not act like Vince McMahon didn't push Bianca Belair to the moon. Let's not act like Vince McMahon didn't say, do you know what? Out of Rhea Ripley and Bianca Belair, we're gonna have those two as the last two women in the Royal Rumble, and we're gonna have Bianca Belair win it. Let's not act like that wasn't Vince's. Let's not do that. All I'm saying, yeah, whatever reason why he's doing it, because he's doing it for bad reasons, because he might fetish black people, whatever. But at least he's giving them a chance.
I think as well, when I think about like the types of characters you could have and the types of people you could, like Dexter, that was a funny, interesting. He's just like he's just not saying anything. That you could have given that story, a storyline like that to a black character, or is it Gacy before he joined, when he was like being creepy coming out of the underneath the ring.
Yeah,
you don't have. It's because I don't know if people see the variety that could be had, because literally having melanated skin doesn't mean that you're not like have a breadth of like from geeks to jocks to rich to poor to like there's so many things, like Baron Corbin, that whole poor storyline.
That was good.
Hilarious.
That was really good, that storyline.
Like
I like Baron Corbin. I might be one of the few people that think Baron Corbin is one of the most underrated people.
He is good.
Like every time anytime there's a budget cut, he's never cut. It's because he's so versatile, Baron Corbin. Like Happy Corbin and Sad Corbin, all these little things. I like Baron Corbin. Brilliant. No one can tell me anything about Baron Corbin.
That was brilliant.
I like Baron. Like, I like him. But yeah, I'm not expecting this match, guys, to be an amazing match. Like I said, I don't think Solo Sikoa puts on amazing matches.
Neither does Cody, for me personally.
Yeah, and neither does Cody. If you are a Cody Rhodes fan or a Solo Sikoa fan and you're emotionally invested, which means you're probably not able to see things objectively because you're so emotionally, like, you might think he does, but I don't think Cody Rhodes puts on great matches. All that shaking around that he does, and Like I don't really buy into that stuff. Cody Rhodes is a better for me. He's probably a better wrestler than
LA Knight.
yeah. Cody Rhodes is a better wrestler than LA Knight, and he's a better wrestler for me than Sikoa.
Yeah.
Like Cody Rhodes is got old a little bit, and he's not able to do certain things he could do when he was like dashing Cody Rhodes and all of these things about 10 years ago. He was doing a lot more in the ring, and that happens with age. That happens to everybody. But he can still hold his own, Cody Rhodes. He can still hold his own with most people in the ring, Cody. I just think Solo Sikoa is just a bit more limited in his in-ring skill set than Cody is. And because I know Cody's not going to lose unless there's some interference, it's one of those matches where I'm literally just sitting here waiting for the end of the match and the interference to happen, for the bloodline to come out. I feel like that's when the match starts.
Yes.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, because this is all
which is really bad. Which is really kind of bad booking, because you've made me feel this way about this match. That's how you booked it. So it's not my fault for feeling this way.
And I know some people online, when I see them commenting about, oh, but Bianca she just beat everyone. And yeah, that's believable, because she is, when they do all those tests, what they call those behind the scenes tests, she beats everyone. She's a sprinter.
Carbine.
In university, she was a sprinter.
Her gimmick is literally the EST. I think the only problem with Bianca's gimmick is that we don't like dominant faces.
Or females, really.
Or dominant female, well, apart from Rhea. We don't like faces who are dominant. We prefer heels that are dominant. And then once a heel becomes too dominant, you start cheering them, because it's like that sort of oppression thing. When after you're just being beaten for so long, you just ended up liking it's like some Stockholm syndrome shit.
Yeah, that's
so. It's like that's why heels, after like a year or so of them holding the title, if they're charismatic enough, you end up cheering them in the end. Like Roman, in the end, everyone put their hands up, even though he was a heel, technically, right? So we like dominant heels, but not dominant faces. It's quite interesting.
But they liked John Cena, though, didn't they? Until they didn't, actually. You said they started booing him.
John Cena, at the end of his career, not now, because he gets cheered now, but when he was wrestling, I love Cena. Cena sucks. And Cena was a face. So after a while, they got sick of Cena. And they did a I love Cena, Cena sucks chant. And it was like 50-50. That is what I'm expecting from Cody Rhodes after like 6 months or after a year. If people were honest with themselves. But wrestling's changed, where maybe now, even if you don't like him, you might not say Cody Rhodes sucks. You might just not cheer.
Yeah.
You just won't cheer as loud. Because most of these people wanted him to be champion, and they don't want to be seen. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like, it's in politics and in life, nobody wants to be wrong now. Nobody wants, do you know what I'm saying? So I don't know what will happen once the stream warning. What does that say?
Oh, I can't see. How do I even know what it says? It's too far away from my eyes.
Just I'm surprised. Look how big the thing is.
The stream, what? It just says open studio.
What does it say?
I mean, I saw it freezing a little bit on the TV. So is it freezing? Is it the stream health is poor? Is that what it's trying to tell me? It's not giving me any more information than here. Good. It says good now.
All right.
So it's fine.
Okay. All right, guys. False alarm, it looks like.
Yeah, I think that's because that's normally then. It's normally saying good and strong. So.
All right. So how long have we been streaming for? 3.5 hours?
Yeah, about 3.5 hours now.
3.5 hours of conversation about critical thinking, about wrestling, about football, about race. And race always has a part to play in everything. We can't take that out of the conversations, guys, because it's always in a lot of people's minds, even at a subconscious level.
Yeah.
And it matters in wrestling. Because wrestling is very similar to politics. It's about getting over. It's about being popular. It's about the fans chanting you. And if everybody in the audience is of a certain demographic and believes in a certain thing, and you're not of that demographic and you don't believe in the same things, it'd be harder for you to get over.
Yeah.
As simple as that. So identity, in that sense, identity, now it's excellent, does matter a lot.
Because there was a lot of things on the Wi-Fi probably as well. That's why. That's why I turned the TV off in the other room.
Whoa. Promises.
Might have to do this all over again tomorrow for the final episode of
Who?
House of Dragon.
Oh, I don't know about that.
But
Maybe.
we can watch
Good,
it.
because it's at 2. That's 2 in the morning before.
Yeah.
We'll see.
We might have to watch it on Monday, definitely, then, so I can cut it and get it up.
It's because we're on that as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
But it's excellent now, so it should be right.
Yeah, it should be fine. I'll be so surprised if this match is just these two and that's it.
There we go.
Here we go. The interference is happening.
Bloodline. Are we going to have KO and Randy Orton come out? That's what's going to happen.
Oh,
We have mentioned them.
True. And Cody Rhodes did mention Randy Orton in the past. He's talked about him a bit.
Look at the thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
Do the bubble thing.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, do it now. Late. So Bloodline has interfered. They're going to kick out. Cody's going to kick out. Of course he is. That's why I can't do this, man. This Super Cena shit. If this was like a Bianca Belair doing this, people would be angry now. Oh my God, she just kicks out. She's Super Cena. I knew it. KO's coming back. KO's returning. So Kevin Owens is coming to the ring.
Fight, KO, fight. Oh, yeah. His mum was sick, wasn't he? Had to take time off. Thank God she kicked out, like he said.
Wow, the way that he's running looks so funny, Kevin Owens. Oh, what's up with the Fatu? It's not.
Okay. So that's the interference then. These guys, nothing extra special is going to happen.
No, something more's going to happen.
You think? I hope so, but I don't trust them.
There we go, Randy Orton. Funny, I did say these guys are going to come and help Cody Rhodes, and now Randy Orton's coming out.
The Viper, the WWE's apex predator, who has fought tooth and nail with the bloodline over the years, is rushed into the ring
There we go. So Cody Rhodes has got his buddies back now to help him. So this is how he's going to beat the Bloodline. There you go. Bloodline have been taken care of by KO and Roman Reigns. And Randy Orton. Look at Sikoa just getting in position. I hate to see. I don't like to see it. Listen, I have to suspend my belief to watch wrestling a lot. When I see the wrestlers on the floor and they like get into position for the moves, I'm like, oh, come on, man. I'm always like, come on, man. At least drag him into position.
He's pinned him, but the ref is not counted out.
You know, he kicked out. He stopped. That's not with your pin. He stopped.
Ah.
He actually kicked out.
Okay.
So now Kevin Owens and Randy Orton have taken care of the bloodline. But I keep saying, where's Fatu?
Yeah, Jacob Fatu could just show up, pop up.
And yeah, we'll see. Because we don't see no Jacob Fatu right here. I can see this.
Okay. Cody is getting the steps.
And again off of Sikoa. Rhodes is getting frustrated, screaming at Solo. Go down. Stay down somehow.
Cody keeps hitting Solo Sikoa with the steps. Spare.
Cody kicked out.
Cody ain't gonna lose, bro.
Not now. Not a random Cleveland SummerSlam. No offense to Cleveland, but it's gonna be like a WrestleMania. Probably he'll get dethroned. If that, he might win again at WrestleMania and get dethroned after. Whoa, what's he gonna do? What's Solo gonna do? That's crazy though. Can't make it stand up because it's too top heavy. You have to swap it around. Why would Cody go towards him?
He's gonna move out of the way. And then he's gonna grab him again, and then there you go. Move out of the way. Then grab him again for your finisher. And then we can go sleep.
Yeah. Or we can watch episode of Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, or we can watch an episode of Dragon Ball Z. There you go.
I love it. Vegeta being offered iced tea. He doesn't know how to feel when people treat him nice. Yeah, Vegeta.
Let me see what the crowd is saying.
There he is. Jacob Fatu.
Jacob Fatu's come.
Yes. Yes. What's the ref just like? Okay, carry on.
Yeah, it's Bloodline rules, isn't it? Match.
Oh, Bloodline rules. Cody accepted it.
Is this going to be it?
Anyhow, Roman comes out and helps Cody. That will be the craziest I've ever seen. Okay, Cody kicked out.
Again. See what the crowd is saying.
Kicked out, but Jacob Fatu is still standing right.
They're not like super like, come on, Cody.
Oh, just made the worst decision possible. Instinctively.
All right, so Cody's still kicked out, as I expected him to. He's Superman. Literally.
I just don't believe it. It's weird. I know it's supposed to be fake anyway, but I just... You know that when you watch a TV show and you just don't buy into a character 100%? Like, I think I'm 70% there, but not... Like...
I don't actually hate Cody Rhodes. I just dislike the Cody Rhodes crybabies and the way they hijacked the main event. And the fact that since he came to wrestling, he was booked to beat like Seth Rollins 3 times in a row. Seth Rollins, he was the second guy behind Roman Reigns, had to lay on his back for this guy. 3 pay-per-views in a row. I don't feel like he worked hard for it. I don't feel like they just chose him. And after 2 years, he's champion. I don't feel like there's so many people who have. I don't know. He didn't. I don't know. It's just weird.
Oh my God. Wow. Jacob Fatu just jumped from the corner of the ring onto Cody on the announce table. Cody took that as well.
Cody Rhodes is taking too many bumps to lose this match. Like,
Yeah.
You know when so many stuff has happened to him, yeah? You're just waiting for this thing to happen. Now he's injured his knee.
Yeah, I'm like, has he really injured it as well? Can't tell. Unless they show the replay.
So Jacob Fatu's injured his knee, which means he's taken himself out.
Yeah.
So
now it's literally just Solo versus Cody.
This is only going to end one way.
Cody's going to pin Solo somehow.
Solo's not going to win. The spike is what Solo wins by. And if Cody Rhodes kicks out of all of this again, oh my gosh, this is dumb.
This bloodline is going to keep coming over and over. Jacob Fatu.
So I'm supposed to believe, sit here, with my logical brain, even though wrestling is all fake, apparently, and it's all booked and whatever. I'm like, come on, bro.
Is he alright? What is he doing? Okay. Okay.
There you go, Cody Cutter. It is fun though. It has been a wild ride. There
What's
we go.
What is it?
It's Roman. You can see the blue.
He's really back. Or is it just a trick? This is different music. Joe! We've needed you, Joe. He's coming out to help Cody. He's coming out to help Cody. This is crazy.
Holy hell! Roman Reigns is returned! For the first time since losing his crown at WrestleMania. But the question is,
He's had some time off.
Roman Reigns here? Who is Roman Reigns here for?
They've already said it. Who's he here for? Who's he here for?
Oh my.
Ah.
You're back.
Okay. Roman Reigns is back. OTC. Over the counter. Financial planning.
Over the counter
Investments.
medicine.
Everyone's got their ones up.
The only true champion. I don't know what it means yet. We'll find out.
So clearly, he's here for Solo Sikoa. And Cody Rhodes is going to win.
Superman punch.
Superman punch Solo Sikoa.
Wow.
Spear to Solo Sikoa.
Wow.
Staring down Cody Rhodes.
Wow. Soak it all in, my guy. Two fingers up. Two fingers up. Yeah, because right now Roman Reigns has got more beef with the guy who's trying to be the tribal chief than Cody.
Yeah.
That guy, look at that man.
And their priorities are priorities. He needs to take care of his family before he beats this guy again.
You guys, what are you thinking, guys? Did you?
I said everything I've called has happened. You know.
Yeah, all your predictions.
Everything I've called has happened. Now Cody Rhodes is going to win.
Wow.
There you go. There you go. We all knew this was going to happen. It was quite obvious. And like I said, I was just waiting for it to happen. In the end, I was just sitting there waiting around. I'm disappointed that Cody Rhodes continues to be champion because I don't want him to be champion. But I'm happy that Roman's back. It makes things a lot more interesting. At the end of the day, one thing that we need to step away from all this hype and understand is that the storyline is still the bloodline.
Yeah.
Like, as much as Cody Rhodes is champion and he's doing all of these things, everything's been done to stop the bloodline. Roman Reigns has come back to sort out the bloodline. The bloodline is still the center of WWE programming and SmackDown, may I add, even though Cody Rhodes is champion. Which I think says it all, really. Wow. I knew this was going to happen. After Cody Rhodes became champion, I said, it doesn't matter. He's still going to have to, the bloodline is still going to be center because Cody Rhodes just can't by himself carry this thing. He can't. He hasn't got enough charisma. You know, when we look at all the champions, look at, even as much as I don't rate John Cena highly, John Cena's got charisma.
Yeah.
He can speak on the mic. You know, The Rock has charisma as hell. Stone Cold. All of these people, you feel some sort of electricity. Well, Cody Rhodes, it just feels forced. It feels like he's our guy, rather than, oh my Lord, can you feel the electricity in the air? Like when The Rock comes, you don't need to like The Rock.
You don't need to say that.
You don't need to like The Rock, but you can still, whether you hate The Rock or you like The Rock, you can still feel the electricity. Whereas Cody Rhodes, you have to like him to feel it. If you don't like him, you don't feel anything.
Yeah. That's a very good point.
The Rock, you can dislike The Rock. You can dislike John Cena or Stone Cold. But when they come out, you feel some sort of electricity. Cody, you have to buy into him first. And if you don't buy into him, you don't see it.
That's true.
So it's going to be very interesting to see what happens now with the bloodline. Roman Reigns is back.
Wow. Everyone who was not expecting that has just got a great treat.
Yeah. So it needs to happen. Roman Reigns also needs to take the position. You know, when back in the day when the stars or the big guys used to come and interfere and turn up every couple months and go away. And when they did come, the crowd went wild. And now all of those guys are all old now. The Goldbergs and all these guys. And John Cena's retiring. So Roman Reigns basically needs to become that part-timers. As much as we don't always like them, they're kind of needed because we need sometimes that injection of someone special coming back here and there, like the Charlottes now and the Beckys, all these guys who are now become part-timers, that when they come back, it's always a big cheer.
Yes.
Then they do some things for 3 months and they fuck off again.
Yeah.
We need the next generation of those sort of superstars. And Roman Reigns, I mean, to be honest, before he lost his belt, he was already doing that because he only showed up like 3 times a year. Anyway.
Yeah.
But so nothing's really changed. We haven't seen him for like 3 or 4 months, and he probably wouldn't, even if he was champion, he wouldn't have seen him for 3 or 4 months.
Yeah.
So, yeah. It's done, guys. It is finished. Whoa, we've managed to do... we've managed to do a 4-hour stream. And I'm not quite sure how it would look when people play it back or anything like that. But we managed to do a 4-hour stream where we've watched football and wrestling, and we've tried to comment on and provide some sort of feedback about, create a vibe, create conversation for people to listen back and say, I hate what these guys are saying. I don't like what these guys are saying. Or, yeah, man, these guys are talking sense. Whatever it might be, we've provided this type of commentary that's going to make you think and probe and have other conversations. We're new to this thing. So I know a few of you, about 70, 60 of you have come through and made a little appearance, I guess, to call it, on our football feed, on the feed on my channel, which of course is Chosen Wisdom Football. And if you are a Man United fan, and not just, I mean, yes, we all are religious, but if you're not one of them brainwashed Manchester United fans that like to talk football, they like to use a common sense, they like to be, even though we are all biased, they like to be objective as possible. my channel, Chosen Wisdom Football, is a channel for you guys. So if you're not looking at this feed, or if you're not watching this feed from my channels, if you like football, just have a look at that channel. If you're watching it from Divergent Wisdom, guys, it's been a blast, man. Listen, this has been one of the better SummerSlams. I know last year SummerSlam, I can't remember. But I know the year before last year, or was it last year, where Brock Lesnar picked up the ring?
That wasn't last year. I think it was the year before.
That was the year
I think
before.
He's been out for a while. He's been out of wrestling for at least
Yeah,
a year.
yeah. So I can't remember what was last year's SummerSlam.
Yeah, I can't either. I
Last
don't think
year's
it was.
SummerSlam is when Bianca Belair it's not with Damage Control.
It might have been when she won for like 10 seconds and then Io got it.
Was that wasn't
Actually, I don't
SummerSlam?
know. I can't remember.
What happened last year SummerSlam in the women's? Was it because I can't remember actually. Something is that when Becky Lynch had a rematch after WrestleMania, and that's the Damage Control one. That was 2 years ago as well, right?
Oh,
That wasn't like, was it last year? It wasn't last year. Damage Control didn't make their appearance last year. No, it was 2 years ago now. So I can't even remember last year's SummerSlam. Last year's SummerSlam main event. We might have to Google that.
I think we did watch it, but I think we might have done a live stream because I had a SummerSlam thumbnail.
What was last year's SummerSlam main event? What was the card? Yeah, SummerSlam 2003. Let's see let's remind ourselves of the cards. My mind's gone blank. Roman and Jay. Keep going.
Match cards down here. Battle Royale.
You haven't got
Cody Rhodes faced Brock Lesnar.
All right, Cody Rhodes against Brock.
Logan Paul faced Ricochet.
Cody beat Brock or something. I can't remember.
Gunther defended the Intercontinental Championship against Drew. Seth versus Finn.
All right, so this one was probably better than last one.
Asuka, Bianca, and Charlotte.
Oh yeah, Asuka, Bianca, and Charlotte. And Asuka was champion, right?
Yeah.
At that time. And did she retain? No, that is right. This is when Bianca pinned Asuka for the title.
And Io
sat in the corner, and then Io ran in. So you're right. It's when Io cashed it in. You're right. So would you say this is better than? I mean, we got to see Bianca last year, and we didn't get to see her this year.
I think it was better this year, only because there was. I think when the card has more balance between men and female matches, I think it usually can be better. And this time we did get 2 female matches as opposed to just 1.
Was it just one last time? Just that match?
Actually, no. Was Rhea Ripley? Rhea Ripley must have had a match. I didn't see it listed.
Was she champion that time? Yeah, probably.
Oh,
yeah. Yeah.
Wow. Well, I think this time to me, it was better because a lot more interesting things happened this time. Last time it was annoying because Bianca won for like 20 seconds and then they took it off her again. But at least you could say she's 3 times champion now or something.
Yeah. She can say that she's won the title three times. Or not the same title, because obviously she won two different belts, but she's won the top women's title 3 times. But yeah, it's been a good. Like, apart from the main event, everyone who I wanted to win, from a biased point of view, has won except the main event. But from an entertainment point of view, all the things that I thought were going to happen happened. So at the end of the day, I always got to ask myself 2 questions. Did everything go your way? Fair enough, that's one thing, because it's all supposed to be like, it's not real, it's all booking or whatever, right? But at the end of the day, were you entertained? And I was.
Me too.
I was entertained.
I was entertained, and I was pleasantly entertained.
Like Gladiator. Oh, you're not entertained. Like, I'm glad LA Knight is champion now. They took the belt off Logan Paul. For me, Logan Paul wrestling career, he can go away from wrestling.
Yeah.
Like,
he doesn't need it.
I don't hate Logan Paul. But at the same time, I got no love for Logan Paul either. And if he left and didn't come back, Not in a bad way, Logan, if you're watching this, and you'll never watch this probably, but I don't think it would matter too much. I'm curious to find out what he draws, because it's all good having a couple million people follow you on YouTube, but do they also tune in on SmackDown?
Maybe because he probably does a lot of live video and streaming and stuff, saying, "Guys, I'm going to be on Raw tonight or SmackDown, and make sure you tune in."
Yeah.
Well, this is going to make watching Raw and SmackDown a lot more bearable now and a lot more interesting. And it means that if they're doing these things, like, other people will go for the title now with Liv. It won't just be Rhea.
Yeah.
Hopefully
it will just make that title scene, the Raw Women's title scene. It's called the World Heavyweight Women's Championship now, isn't it? But more interesting and expand out of the Judgment Day and this Rhea. Like, you need to now have other women who want to go for that championship, because at the moment the championship scene, the female championship scene in Raw is just dead. It's dead. It's just loads of factions are starting. Like, there's factions everywhere now. Everyone's in a trio. Everybody, apart from Liv and Rhea, you have the trio of the Dykes. You got a trio of the Witches. You got the Big Three. You got Damage Control. You got the dancing party girls with Valkyrie.
Oh yeah.
You got everyone's in a trio. Everyone's with somebody now. So
that's interesting.
It'll be interesting to see what they do, because that's one way to get a title off Liv. You know, if everyone's in a trio. But yeah, guys, I think we're done now. We've done our time. We've done our 4 hours of streaming.
Yeah.
And I hope you've enjoyed this stream. I hope we've provided you with some interesting things to think about, like I said, and some conversation. I hope we've pissed you off with some of our views as well, triggered you with some of our views, but I also hope that you agree with a lot of our views at the same time. Either way, it's all about having conversation. Like I said, divergent wisdom, you know, alternative thoughts, alternative discussions. We think outside the box here on both channels. Chosen Wisdom Football, we are out.
Yeah. Bye.
I should have recorded it.
We can download it.
A little bit of the reaction thing.
We'll download when this stops. This is when you were talking, so we can actually find it easy as well.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, we're gonna end the other stream too. Thank you for joining Storm Shadow. We see you. Thanks for being there from the beginning. I remember you joined our very first watch along when we didn't even have good internet connection. So lots to talk about. Might do a couple of shorts over the next few days, just reflecting on what we've seen. There's a lot to digest. So have a good evening, and we'll see you all next time.